What's up, everybody? Welcome to Table Story Warped. I'm so excited. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome. It's a little bit early for some of us here over across the pond from you Euros, but we're here early because we thought there was going to be a shill show today. Unfortunately, yet another thing has been screwed up by Brad. It's all Brad's fault.
I knew it.
I've been meaning to fire him, and
Didn't you mean Brad too?
He just keeps giving me reasons. Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. We will be using mature language here. So prepare yourselves accordingly. Do what you have to do to prepare yourself for that. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. If you haven't seen the show before, this is a space opera sci-fi role-playing game that we're playing. The What's Old is New RPG system. We're the official stream for it, and we have a lot of fun here. This is a very silly sci-fi type show. Think about the Orville mixed with Star Trek mixed with Futurama. If you want the right kind of idea or template in your head to set the scene.
Are you saying I shouldn't have made such a serious character?
I think your character is exactly what was needed. Yeah.
The balance, the serious balance.
Uh-huh.
That's what I bring to every party.
The group needed a straight man.
Wait, I got to be straight as well, man.
It takes a second longer for my brain to process the jokes like this early. Like it's hard. Welcome to the stream, everybody. If you guys haven't seen things that are happening, Table Story's been doing a lot of stuff, and we've gotten ourselves a Patreon, which is at Table Story. Which is just at patreon.com/tablestory. And we've also gotten ourselves affiliate. We've got subs going on here. Partner is hopefully on the way. And no, I have not woken up yet. I did have a show last night on this channel. We did ourselves Identity Crisis, a superhero RPG that started last night, and we were going until after midnight, and I got about 5 hours of sleep, so we'll see how things go.
I want to play that system so bad.
It looks really fun. Yeah. Also, some news that Morris wanted me to talk about. Morris himself, the creator of the system here that we will be playing, has gotten himself a podcast set up. He's doing a special GM podcast with a bunch of other fellows. And if you guys want to check that out, I highly recommend it. Morris is an extremely knowledgeable person. He's also a super great guy. He'd have to be extremely tolerant and reasonable as a human to actually put up with our crap. So
especially some of the early shit that we did on Warped. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, let's not sell ourselves short, okay? We've had some pretty awful things that we've done throughout the course of every season of this.
Full-grown genitals and so much more.
Stuff that has become canon for this. And a few things that Morris has told me. I noticed a few things that were missing from one of the upcoming releases, I guess, for the races and whatnot. For What's Old is New RPG, and he said, "Oh yeah, you can just pick a planet where that race is located. We'll just make it canon." I'm like, what? Okay.
Pencil that one in.
He's like, "Yeah, just pick one." I'm like, but it's got to make sense, right? He's like, "Yeah, I guess." I mean, they just, if you really think about it, like, they just don't have a lot of information. Like, legitimately, if you try to look up a bunch of the planets in the Milky Way and just try to find a database, let me fucking tell you something. They don't make this shit easy, okay? You'd think that there would be, like, just a straight-up database of found planets that has, like, certain information that you'd just be able to find really easily. NASA has some stuff, but it's not what you think. It's like... It's way different information than you'd expect.
You should have called them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Bring them up.
Just ring them up.
You can send them that list of planets you got there.
They're going to be finding more soon, so I think they're putting something new up.
So it's in general, it's just like a it's a situation where we just don't know. We just don't know what's out there. So a lot of stuff can just kind of be like, oh yeah, so that's just the way that it is now, and whatever. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So we've got a few things that I guess we'll just kind of make canon as time goes on. And Pony, remember, don't forget to check your whispers. I sent you that link for the species database. Since you're this science officer, you're going to be the one that's got the info, the man with the plan.
Yes.
And speaking of that, why don't we just go around the room? Let's do some introductions and get this show started. Let's head around the room and get going here. Bobby, why don't you start us off there, bud? And let's premiere the new artwork here that we've got.
Oh, is the artwork
It's
popping up here?
Yeah,
it's
got
up.
it. I got bios and artwork all set up that I painted.
Braxton looks ex-NFL, don't you think?
He's an
it's all
ex-hockey
the
player.
days. Yeah, it's all the hockey days. It's all the hockey. And like the fact that there's all this technology that can keep him fit, that's what's keeping it going. But yeah, guys, I'm Iron Chip Bobby Flail here on Twitch TV. I'm basically a Warframe streamer at this point with all the time I've been putting into that game. Usually stream at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Here, though, or 1 o'clock Eastern, I should say. Here I'm playing Captain Braxton McQuaid, a pretty old gentleman, kind of well-versed in a lot of different things, and have a bit of a pain of a first officer. So we'll see sort of what happens as the episode progresses, but I can't wait to get into this today. It's gonna be fun, and let's do it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir. Pony.
Oh, Jen.
Hello, humans.
My name is Bodhi Punch. I play RA9, the science officer. I'm a little bit out of the loop right now. I ran here from the train station. I just got to my computer as we started. Stressed out, but I'm relaxing now. Nice to be here. Hello, good morning.
Awesome. Do you want to talk about your character?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm RA9, the science officer who loves Braxton a whole lot. He is... I don't want to say that's his thing, but he loves... That sounds like it's trade now. It's not. But he... Yeah,
it's canon forever. Braxton maybe has engraved his name or something on RA9's butt. It's happened.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
But yes, the science officer, I keep control of a lot of knowledge about the world, about the stuffs. I need to bring up here on a piece of paper.
The science officers on the ship do wear, in fact, pink uniforms. And that is
not by choice. Not by choice.
That is entirely Pony's and also this lovely person's, Simply Jackson's, choice.
It was my choice, and I battled to the grit over it.
Can you turn yourself up a bit, Simply?
Yeah.
Or if you can angle your microphone a little bit towards you.
Hello. Sorry, is that better?
Up a bit more.
Dang. I'll just whisper. It'll be fine. Still need more? Sorry.
Keep talking a little bit.
Talking a little bit, because my name's Simply Jackson, and I don't stream that much anymore because I got life stuff, and I'm moving soon, and I play Ruby Tootie. She's our medical officer on the ship, and she has a drinking problem that we haven't encountered yet, which would be really fun, and that's my cat Petals. She really wants to be on camera too, but that's it. I'm very concerned about our captain's health right now, and making sure that he stays on his regiment of, what was it? Was it getting up and walking?
Pedometer.
Every 15 minutes? Yeah. It's gotta happen. But hi.
Hello.
Is that better? Is my audio better?
Yeah, it's better. Zagonicus.
Hey everybody, I'm Zgodicus. I stream on Twitch. It's Zgodicus there if you want to do that. On this show, I'm Chief Engineer Jimmy Marinson, and that means that I do engineering stuff, but I also really kind of just chill. That's Jimmy.
Nice, dude.
You need
Yeah.
a taco.
Need
Need a little taco there, bud?
You must sing it.
Like, you can just go to the replicator.
It's not the same.
The best part is, if you really think about it, the person is being teleported onto the ship, so it's getting recombined anyway.
They probably replicated it at the restaurant, and they're bringing it to you.
Those replicators are better.
You think about the economy,
The
dude. That
organic
guy's gotta work,
replicators,
man.
And last but not least, the man with the many, many, many plans, Neil Beige. Peachy?
Yeah, Neil has many plans. They're all printed out in sextuplet. Many. It's the same plan, just printed out 6 times. I like paperwork. Neil likes paperwork. I am Neil. For now, I am Neil. I am now in the zone. I would like everyone to make sure that their seatbelts are fastened, and everyone has their license ready for everyone to double check and make sure you are at the correct station.
I think the voice was a little deeper. Just a little deeper.
Wait a minute, I need my phrase to get in.
I don't like this.
Yes, hello, Captain. Hello. There we go.
There we go. That's
We're
it.
back. We only had the 1 episode, okay?
I know,
gotta
that's
get in
why
the
I'm
flow.
reminding you exactly what it sounded like.
Do you want to just do my voice? 'Cause that's
Just
better.
a little. Just, I'll have 6 pages for you to sign, Captain. Please.
I love how the artwork kind of catches that sadness.
The sadness
and
and
Neil's
desperation.
yeah, just that, what's
I-
my life
That
like?
was
This
my
is so
that was
now.
my sole goal when I was painting
Yeah.
Neil's.
You caught it
Yeah.
so good.
Existence is pain.
But we still have paperwork to do,
You've
so
gotta-
got to get on
You've
with
got to
it.
collate everything, otherwise, how do you know what the true reading of the pain is at the end?
Oh man, I'm Wax Steven. I am the GM of Doom. I'll be dragging these guys kicking and screaming through the adventure today, and the whole campaign. Thank you guys for joining us. Please do me the wonderful favor of following all these wonderful people if you haven't done so yet, and follow the Table Story channel here. We've got a lot of wonderful shows that we're going to be airing here. Unfortunately, the Shill show that was supposed to be scheduled after the show today was canceled for today. It's postponed. It's looking like we're going to reschedule it for the 30th. It's really hard to get everybody together to get this show going, and with everybody's schedule being crazy as it is. So we had a bit of a snafu with Brad's internet today, and we just kind of had to reschedule things. It's all Brad's fault. So if we get a hashtag blame Brad in the chat, that would be fine. I just would like to we might need an emote for that, just to blame Brad. I feel like that's a solid emote.
I'm going to be honest, I'm surprised Brad doesn't have a blame myself emote.
I'm honestly surprised too. I feel like that's a valid response. Okay, so let's get this shit show started. Oh man, last session we went ahead and we met the crew. We met the ship, because we can't forget the fact that the ship is actually a character in this as well. The Alliance of Solar Systems and Planetary Orbital Organizations Explorer. It's an old ship, but she gets the job done. She's had a refit, and Jimmy Marinson, the chief engineer, has sort of been in charge of making that happen. So, of course, things have not gone entirely to plan. But last session, we had an opportunity to have Braxton McQuaid, the captain of the ship, make rounds and introduce himself to the crew, and just to meet up with everybody and see how things are going. And they weren't great, but he started to get people motivated, with probably the exception of Jimmy, who was really aching for a good taco. And Jimmy's taco experience was put on hold because some maintenance needed to get done. And we left off the last session with Captain McQuaid having a bit of a little bit of gentle nagging coming from Ruby Tootie about his nagging calf injury. And Neil Beige being, of course, on top of him for, just making sure that he stays on time with...
They made me get in a wheelchair. For a cat, I can walk around just fine. They put me in a wheelchair. Anyway.
So,
Captain, the chief medical officer does outrank you in when we're talking about health. I do have the manual. Would you like to see the manual, Captain?
I am well aware of regulations in the Alliance regarding injuries and the rank that the medical officer can pull. However, I can walk around just fine.
I actually have a version of the manual with all those bits highlighted with post-it notes. I've actually got 6 copies of it.
I feel like you can take in a lot of words, but you don't know what they mean.
Right.
When you read. Because I can walk around just fine. There's a little limp.
I don't think you're reading correctly, Captain.
Oh my goodness.
Would you like me to highlight all the paperwork that I forward to you, the important parts, so you take in what is actually important?
Just forward it to my inbox. Neil, we have a letter here from Admiral Bruce regarding our very first mission aboard the Explorer.
Oh, right.
Yes. What do you know of the Venetian homeworld?
I feel like I just start reeling off the basic stats of the Venetian homeworld.
It's a population of 32 billion people.
No.
It's there on the screen in front of you, Peachy, for fuck's sake. I can see it.
There's 98 people on the...
Zoom in, you fuck.
No, that says Borea. What?
There's another one.
There's another one, you dumbass. Oh, wow. It's early for me, you bastard, not for you.
Yes, it's a population of 19 billion. Mostly Venetians, about 10% other races there, Captain. The gravity is quite interesting. Captain, this is very important.
Yes, I don't need a full breakdown of their population.
Yeah, just the numbers. Important parts, yes.
Can you go and find out who is the current government in charge and what that is all about? And I'm going to go through this note a little bit more and see what I can dig up.
But I haven't even told you about the geology of the planet yet.
That's fine. I can pull that up myself.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, before you go, I'll just read the note quickly from the Admiral. At least the parts that I'm fine with sharing with you. The gist
Are you
of it
okay
is,
with the big words, Captain? You did say you're having problems with the words. I'm here to help, Captain.
Do you have any respect for anybody?
Of course.
You have.
It says quite clearly in the Space Corps Directive that you should have respect, and I follow the Space Corps Directive to the letter, Captain.
I think you're a little bit too literal, but that's an issue for another time. The gist of it is the Venetians have a long-standing negotiation with the Boreans to mine on Primothist from the crust of the moon Shoku. Are you familiar with this treaty at all?
I have heard of the treaty. I'm not entirely familiar with the specifics.
Basically, the Boreans are contesting their space and claiming part of the moon, basically screwing with their long-established contract between the two. The Venetians are disputing it, and we have to sort of...
who is technically in breach of the contract, Captain?
From what I'm understanding, the Boreans are the first to be at play here and screwing around with the Venetians.
Maybe we should just destroy them.
Peacefully. We do not
peacefully
destroy.
them.
Why would you say destroy? This is a peaceful negotiation.
Because the contract is sacred, Captain. Words written down on paper and signed and agreed by parties is infallible in every possible way.
Look, we will have to meet at a later date over the semantics aboard this ship. But for now, we need to take care of this. Can you go and tell Zebu to punch in coordinates for the Venetian homeworld Vendaler?
Yes.
Maximum warp.
Who's Zebo? Oh, a character. I'm asking that.
If you take a look at the journal page on Roll20, you'll
I
notice.
should really keep Roll20 open, I feel.
It would be a solid plan during a show. I mean, I feel like
I remember the page.
Look, I've just got one note jokes on my page.
you? No. You get right out of town.
Okay, Zubu is the senior helm officer. Got it.
Yes, Captain. Is there anything else?
That is all. I'm going to go over my notes. I'll be out in a few minutes, but just get him to punch in the coordinates and maximum warp.
Yes, Captain. Your inbox is getting a little full there. I'll just push it a little closer to you. Okay, right.
You realize you don't need to send actual paper copies, correct?
Yes.
I don't want paper copies.
I'm afraid, Captain, you did recently sign paperwork that says that everything must be in sextuplet now, on paper, as well as digitally.
Okay. Did I? Can I roll for this? Because I'm having a feeling that he's fucking with me every single time. No. This is an actual, like, I feel like I'm being violated right now. Like there's some mental violation going on. Like I don't know if this is happening or not. What
sure.
can I roll?
This is an insight check. This would be an intuition check, I think.
Okay, because I'm getting gaslighted hard, and I don't know if I'm even the captain anymore. Is what I'm having a mental breakdown.
Neil, give me a deception check.
Would that be a?
It's gonna be deception plus or bluffing plus your charisma.
What check for me? You said.
I've
Intuition for you, Brent.
It's actually better for me to bluff, but I feel like I've probably forged this. Or do you want to go straight bluff?
No, this is. Are you showing him the signatures?
No, I wouldn't be.
Then it's a bluff.
Okay.
Because you're not trying to prove. You're not trying to prove your forgery if you're not showing it to him, right? So it's a bluff.
And just straight. Would it be logic? Because that would be like a piece of information.
If you're trying to process the information, it's different if you're trying to remember versus if you're trying to read Neil.
I'm trying to remember. Like what,
okay, so it's a logic. It's a logic check. It's
okay,
a logic check.
I don't think there's any skills that's applicable. I do have a plus D6 bonus when dealing with crew members, so it's logic plus that. So
okay.
So a
22 on a 6d6 from Neil.
Okay.
And a 17 on a 5d6 from Captain McQuaid.
The one time it's like at some point I'm gonna find out.
You're giving him like
this poor man.
You're giving him that side eye, like, like you're not sure, like you legit can't remember because you're starting to, I think, like accumulate. It's one of those like. Almost like stop animations, the stop frame like animations, where you see like a picture of your desk and just like incremental increases in paperwork just starts like piling up, like really like, and you're just like, and you just kind of say, okay, you know.
Look, Neil, can you go and grab that bottle of the 74 off the shelf? So, like. It's in the corner of the office, up on the shelf.
You're muted, Peachy. You're muted, Peachy.
Just let him, because it looked funny.
74 the year, Captain.
Yes, the maple syrup. The bottle. The small brown one.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Bring it down and come over and sit down. Come over and sit down, Neil. I'm going to just, a stack of the papers, I'm just going to push it to the side and make a little bit of room. I'm going to pull out the, open, the bottom of the desk, there's 2 cups. I'm going to grab the two cups, toss them on the table. Crack that open, would you? You do have the strength to open that, right?
Crack
it's a little sticky. No. Open the bottle.
Right.
Neil.
Well, you should have just said. It's a little sticky, Captain. Have you got any wet wipes?
No, I'm sure you have some in your quarters.
Well,
Neil doesn't have any on him?
He probably has a fanny pack.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
Fanny pack cannon.
That's happening. Dude, sorry, Peachy. Your guy wears a fanny
Captain,
pack.
I left my fanny pack on the bridge. I didn't realize that it would get quite so messy in here.
Fanny pack, hey?
Yes, it's very useful for keeping personal objects close to one's person.
Look, just pass me the bottle, and I'm going to put my hand out. Yeah, I'm going to take it and crack it open.
Very sticky.
It's not that bad, honestly. And I'm going to pour a little bit in one of the little tumblers and pass it to him. I'm going to pour one for myself, and I'm going to hold it up as if to cheers. I'm not saying anything. I'm just holding the glass out for cheers.
I just hold my glass out to you.
Yeah, I'll clink.
Careful.
And I'll drink.
Just coffee.
You're not used to your aged syrups, I see. Oh dear. Look,
This is syrup?
yes, it's
oh
aged
dear.
in the mountains of Alberta.
Captain, I have diabetes.
Oh. I should have I'm sorry, Neil. I should have read your file.
I feel like
I'm gonna hit my comms badge. Ruby, could you come in here, please?
Captain,
Directly
is
to
everything
Ruby.
okay? I see where Neil. Oh, sorry, Captain. Is everything okay? I see where Neil's insulin levels are spiking. Does he have his fanny pack? There should be a pin in there.
No, I think he left it in his quarters.
Oh, God! What did you do to him?
Well,
I feel a bit
just,
ill.
just please come in right away. I can't move very quickly in my wheelchair.
I'll get a spare insulin or a spare I just said it. EpiPen and take it to Captain's quarters.
So it wouldn't be an EpiPen. That's for allergies. Yeah, EpiPen's for allergies. So insulin is you just
Insulin,
need
yeah.
You need insulin shots.
Okay, I'll take insulin shot to Captain's quarters.
Captain, this is why paperwork is very important.
You should have told me you had it. I didn't know.
I
I said it was maple syrup.
I point towards your in tray.
It's in the tray, Captain.
The stack of 10,000 sheets of paper that are there. It's like you just like stare up, and there's this just giant, towering, shaking. It's got to be 50 reams of paper that are just kind of stacked up in there.
Look, Neil, Ruby's on her way. She'll take care of you. I need to go and speak with RA.
Okay, Captain.
And I'll send you a form signed in triplicate.
Yes.
I don't want any more paperwork. Just send it to my fucking email.
Okay, Mother.
If
I'm wheeling.
If there is a way to hurt Neil further, you have just done it. You said I I would like to reduce the paperwork. Oh no. Oh, it hurts.
I think I can see the light.
I poisoned poor Neil.
So,
All right, what do you think I would make it there by now?
yeah.
I don't know how big or how far.
Well, it's probably a little far. I mean, I think that the medical bay is probably located somewhere near the middle of the ship to have the quickest access to every point.
Question. Point of information: does the medical team have Segway ambulances for getting around the ship?
Segway.
How big are the hallways?
The hallways themselves? I mean, the ship is likened to the Enterprise, so it's a bit,
There's space for a Segway
yeah,
ambulance.
there's. I think that's up to our medical officer.
I think that'd be great. I would have
Always
segue
on
around the ship the whole time.
Yeah,
That's
I'll-
But you have to have some kind of like little emergency like siren light thing.
Also a bike charm. Ding ding.
Okay, so yeah, so you get on your little Segway. Do you have like a helmet?
Yes, but it definitely has two little holes for my little pig
For your ears? Are there
so-
tassels on it?
No, but it's pink to match the outfit. Definitely.
Nice. So there's like a hot fuzz kind of scene with like those like those crash cuts that they
Mm-hmm.
that gets put on like whoosh, you know, like Ruby, and she's got like gloves like
Mhm. Mhm.
and you see like zoom in on the handlebars like of the little like, and you don't even hear it, like you're expecting some kind of like takeoff noise, but it doesn't make any noise because it's electric. It just
You see like one piece of hair go like for the wind, but it's not that fast.
and yeah, off you go. The Segway like takes off, and it only takes you like 2 minutes to get there. But
Okay.
you have to like go into the lift. You know, it's like ding. You get in there, and there's like people in there that just kind of look at you.
Oh hey. Excuse me, I have an emergency.
Sirens going off. The lights are just
See the light. Yeah. Emergency.
good.
Can I
good-
get off the elevator first? Excuse me.
Sure. Sure, ma'am. And you get out of the lift, head on over to the captain's ready room, where you see Neil slumped in the chair, like.
I'll pull the pen out.
You mean
Go
the
over.
giant needle?
Giant needle. Yeah. Go over. Is it like it's a thigh, isn't it? No,
The
or is that
insulin?
an epi? Yeah.
It's not an EpiPen. You're confusing
I
them.
keep.
And-
I'm not diabetic. And
I
I've
know.
dealt with
I'm
diabetic,
explaining
so
it though. An EpiPen is made for allergies. That's
I
when
know.
that's insulin is basically it's just a needle. It's just given to you. Yeah, there's probably like a hypo spray or something. You probably have like a hypo spray.
As you come near to me, I like limply raise my hand.
Can we get a strength check?
Oh, no.
I'm just,
Let's see how limp it is, shall we?
Wait, Peachy rolling for limpness.
because this is some really strong syrup right here. This is some age stuff.
Yeah, you could legit put insulin into somebody's butt if you want to. It's got to go into a muscle.
Okay.
And I grab out like some paperwork.
What, you want me to sign this?
I give you a pen.
Was this your like release form, medical release form? Have you not already signed this? Let me see.
Might be dying.
Okay, I signed it. I hope it's nothing bad. Okay, give me your arm.
It's like personal responsibility. Like
Roll to find muscle on Neil's arm.
100.
Oh, that's definitely
Yeah.
like that's it should just be a weapons check.
It's a medicine check plus your intuition, I think.
Okay.
A 20 on a 5d6. Yeah, you're able. It's Neil's all skin and
I
bones.
can see it. It's a little stringy. It kind of stands out a little bit. So, I think I found it. Like flex for me, and it's just like.
It's mostly tendon with just a little bit of muscle in there.
All right, hold still. Now, what kind of band-aid do you want? I've got the pink ones with the clouds. I've got the blue ones with donuts on it. Do you have a preference of what you want? Maybe not donuts. That's
Transformers
poor timing.
The best
Okay.
part is you totally don't even need Band-Aids because you actually have a cellular regenerator, but you just give people Band-Aids
I
to
like
make them feel
Band-Aids.
better.
I like band-aids too.
Do you want? So you want the? I ran out of Transformers ones. Do you want? I got Daisy. Do you want Daisy?
Daisy.
It's like a flower. I pull it out and I'll stick it on. See, it's like I got little daisies on it.
Oh, I thought it was a zombie thing. It's
Mm.
pretty.
All right, feeling any better? You resting up?
Doctor.
Where did Captain go? Did he leave you alone?
You probably see me scooting by in my wheelchair.
You can just hear the wheelchair. It's got like a.
I think he
Meanwhile,
was
you're
gonna go
tooling
and check-
around on a fucking Segway. He's got a wheelchair.
Captain.
You just hear the chair squeak.
Yes, Ruby.
Did you leave him in here as he was going through diabetic shock?
I didn't know what to do. That's why I got you to rush there right away.
But you left him.
No, he was under surveillance of the AI. Dora had a good eye on him.
But you left him.
No. Yeah, there's.
I feel like I could, if he's close up, I feel like I could hear like the communicator of my own voice from like.
I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit the button one more time.
Do
and,
we hear
like,
the chair like squeak like quickly in rapid succession? Like.
Probably like, no.
All right, I'm gonna take note though.
I'm gonna add. I'm gonna hit my badge and add Dora, the AI, to the call. Make it like a 3-way call. Dora,
You hear the affirmative chime.
you have full logs of what just transpired in my captain's quarters, correct?
Affirmative chime.
See, everything's there, Ruby.
Dora, do you know how to comfort somebody when they're going through diabetic shock?
You hear like the negative tone, like beep beep. Beep.
Mm-hmm. And you left him?
He seemed fine.
Neil, do you feel fine?
I feel like I'm dying.
He always feels that way.
A little bit.
See,
It's usually on the inside, Captain.
Captain, I'm gonna need you to come back and bring that wheelchair back, please. Thank you.
well, I'll bring it back. Do I need to wear the pedometer while I'm scooting around in this? I think it's just registering my.
No, I'll let you walk, but you got to push Neil back to his quarters.
I have a pressing business. This is not something that.
I can't push him on my Segway, and he can't walk.
Well, get one of your underlings to do it for you.
Underlings? They're nurses and doctors, sir.
Well, at one point, we called them underlings.
Nurses and doctors, sir.
Okay, well, can you please get one of your nurses or doctors to come up and take care of our poor Neil? I'm
Look,
just
give
kind
me
of
a
like
wheelchair.
caressing his head a little bit.
See,
You'll be
that's how you
fine.
take care of him. Okay, I'm gonna go. You watch him. I'm gonna send a nurse back. Okay.
Tell them to be quick.
Woo, 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 woo.
As I'm sort of just making sure that poor Neil doesn't actually die, I'm gonna hit my comms badge to RA9. So, boop, boop. RA,
Yes, hello, Captain.
we've just received a new assignment from the Admiralty. Can you look up everything you can know and find on the agreement or the mining agreement between the Boreans and the Venetians
Of course,
on
sir.
the moon Primothist, Shoku?
Affirmative.
Thank you. And I'll just
So
yeah, and I'm just
to,
gonna stay with him then.
just to clarify the way that the message reads, your Primothist is the name of the mineral that the Boreans mine from that moon.
Wait, sorry again. So the
I was just phrasing it. I was explaining something for Bobby. The actual the moon has a very rich deposit of crystals known as primethyst.
Yeah, I misread it. So
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
So the moon's name is actually Shoku.
Yeah.
All right. How do I look up? Because this info isn't on what I've got, right?
Nope.
It's something I have to. Do I know? Do I roll? Look it up.
So what are you trying to find right now?
It was on what the agreement was, right? Like what was stated before on.
Are you looking for general information about the Venetians? What are you trying to find right now?
Because there was an agreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I explained, that who can get that from the moon or harvest from it.
Yeah. So, are you just trying to get general information on this fact? Is that what you're trying to do?
And see like
okay.
what it actually says. Who has the right?
So basically, the way that I wanted to kind of explain things for you is the stuff that's on that species database that I've got set up for you is just general information. That's what you kind of know. So anything more specific than that, I will make you roll on.
Yeah.
So I think this would be a logic plus your history.
Right. There we
Or
go.
xenology would also be appropriate.
How do I do a plus something? Because if I just click logic, it's just gonna roll that, right?
So we go to your skills section where you've got history, if you have history, and your attribute there is already selected for logic. So you just click the die next to history.
Ah, look at that. Bam. And bam. So,
You get a few confirmations. Ooh, triple ones in that roll. Ouch. Ouch.
That's rare.
Ouch. So 3 1s, a 2, and a 5. That's a 10 on a 5d6. That's awful. That is atrocious. If there was a critical fail in this game, that would qualify.
every time.
Peachy has rolled 4 1s though, so don't feel that bad.
Okay, good. Good. So much worse.
You're never gonna beat me.
You were close. You were close. You got it too. So you're not super familiar with all of the information in the contract between the two. The ship might have more information. The stuff that you do know is the Boreans essentially work with the Venetians to kind of mine this. So you know about as much as the captain has kind of told you.
All right. Well, then I would still want to please. Can I look it up then? Because I want to please the cap because he wanted me to look it up.
Sure. So what I'd like for you to do is give me a logic plus computers.
I think he gets an extra D6 due to one of my exploits. I'll toss the exploit in.
Yeah, you get an extra 1d6, so that'll be in the confirmation windows that pop up afterwards.
All right. So what did you say? Computers plus logic.
Yep.
Okay.
So it should be already set up there. You just hit the die.
So and 1 in modifier.
Yep.
Okay. Bam. No.
27 on a 66. There you go. That's a roll. Okay, so this is very common information. This is one of the founding agreements that actually helped the alliance become founded. Earth, Borea, and Vendelier being the 3 initial participators in the alliance itself. The agreement between Borea and Vendelier is straight up basically a mining contract. There is a very, very rich deposit of this primethyst crystal, which is a really interesting mineral, primarily because the moon is comprised of about 65% of Shoku's mass. The core mass is comprised of this crystal, and the crystal is very valuable, primarily because the crystal is able to essentially it's capable for storing psionic energy in the form of infinitesimally slow degradation of its energy state.
Okay. What energy could it store?
Psionic energy.
Okay.
and it causes a subtle glow at the heart of the jade green crystal.
All right.
So it works like crystal batteries, basically, for psionic energy. They're very valuable, very rare, and the Venetians have an almost straight-up monopoly on this stuff. And they basically, in knowing the Boreans, they know that the Boreans' skill in mining in general is pretty much the most skillful overall in the known galaxy. So they essentially created a contract with the Boreans to help them mine this stuff. The contract in general was a sort of profit-sharing kind of contract with some minor like land ownership on the moon in general. So that kind of a sort of contract, and it was made about, we'll say, maybe about 100 years ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Score. Then I will bleep my comm again to Captain.
Yes, R.A.
Hey, Captain. I found information on the mining contract.
Perfect. Just keep it with you. I'm going to summon all the senior officers to the ready room in a few minutes, so just get that ready.
Affirmative.
Thank you, R.A. Any other information you might deem interesting between the Venetians and the Boreans around this dispute or any other potential disputes in the past, just bring that too if you could.
Of course, Captain.
Thank you, R.A. And I'm going to...
And Captain?
Yes.
Have you done your exercise for the day?
Of course I did.
Good.
Perfect. Thank you for checking up.
Ruby has totally contacted like all of the senior staff to have them remind you.
Yeah, and I have been doing them. They're probably like calf exercises.
You probably have to do like
be on the little loadout or the little email that I'd say Ruby would have sent
you
over
have to,
regarding my
X amount of toe raises, like X amount of lunges,
I actually secretly loving this. Like I love having workout regimes.
You ever seen those like the elderly lady workouts? But it's all in the chair, but it's like finger workouts and like
yeah, just like
they step their little feet out and stuff. Yeah, exactly that. I just sent you that video. That's
yeah, I'm doing them. Yeah, I'm doing them, RA.
Good.
Yeah, just as I said, get that prepared, and I'll be in touch in a few minutes.
Affirmative.
And I hit the comms button. And I'm gonna hit it again to Jimmy, Mr. Marinson. Yes, Mr. Marinson. I turn my comms off. I beep him again. Lieutenant Marinson.
Sorry, Captain. I forgot to push the button. What's up?
Yes, not much is up. Hopefully you're well. And you've made some progress on my new chair too, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Did you know that this chair has a massage
I know.
option?
I specifically requested it.
It's really good.
Did you hold the button?
Hold the button.
Just hold the button.
Doop.
It goes into like when you like sit down in these chairs at the store, they have like a test feature of or a display feature where it goes through everything at once, but it's ramped up to like 1 million. So the chair is going insane right now.
Whoa.
It really gets the knots out.
It really does.
So yes, anyway, we're soon going to be pushing off from dock. Can you make sure everything's good to go before we do so? And get back to me. I want to make sure that everything's fine before I tell Zebu to punch in destination. And be prepared for a meeting in the ready room as well, as soon as you can get that in order.
Wait.
You got all that?
No, start over.
Thanks, Jimmy. Boop, boop.
You just hear the vibrations, like as the comms cut out, like the.
I just, hey, yeah, get the chair, put it on the bridge.
Okay, who is this person that you're signaling to?
It's a blue Borean. I don't know his fucking name.
Time to figure it out.
But it's no, like Jimmy doesn't know his name. Yeah.
So it's a he. It's a blue Borean. Okay.
Yeah.
He just kind of he points to himself.
Yeah. Yeah. You.
Oh. All right. Okay. Starts walking.
And you might want to get the big guy.
What can I do for you, sir?
I had a chair replicated for the captain. Needs to go to the bridge, and then.
Oh, a chair. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
You just need to into the floor. The screws are.
Oh, No, I. He just kind of starts nodding his head, and just kind of walks away from you. Like
I knew I could count on you, little blue dude.
You have like the worst relationship with your staff, like 100%. Like
yeah.
I feel like there's always this kind of like ambiguous cloud of smoke that's kind of like permeating things. You just and you never see Jimmy smoking. Like it never happens. But it's like the scenes from that 70s show where they like just do the spin around the table and you just see like a cloud of smoke behind them or something. It's that kind of thing.
I get up from the chair, get the captain his chair, and then ready room. And I hand off to once the ready room.
Please give me an intuition plus your
intuition.
Do you have schematics or?
I don't have any exploits that help me with navigating ships. I don't know.
You're the fucking lead engineer and you can't find the ready room.
So here's my intuition roll. 3. 3.
Jimmy's got a 2d6 for intuition.
Yeah.
Oh god,
What
he's
the
grade 7.
fuck?
He's grade 7.
This is amazing.
So, Jimmy does one of these kinds of things. Like when you get to the hallway, it's like there's a lift there, and there's a like you can make there's a fork in the road, and the lift is to the left, basically. Like which way do you go?
Okay. Gotcha. I take the left way.
Super confident left you go. It's totally not that way.
Yeah. The universe won't lead me astray.
You start heading towards the medical the sick bay, basically like towards the center of the ship. It's definitely like up the turbo lift and the equivalent of right, basically, like to get to the captain's ready room.
I have a question.
Sure.
How often, Scotticus, have you teleported yourself to a room because you haven't been able to find it?
Yeah, probably a whole bunch. It's like my fallback. I'll just go to if I find my way there, then that's what I'll do. But it's only if I accidentally get lost and find my way to the teleporters.
Just curious, how long has he been wandering at this point? Has it been like, say, 5 or 10 minutes since I've heard from him? Or since I spoke to him?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna, as I'm there waiting, so as I'm waiting for Jimmy to get back to me, I'm just sort of monitoring Neil. Is he looking like the medication is, the insulin is sort of
Neil,
helping him
please
out?
roll me an endurance check.
Was that just flat endurance?
Yeah, I think this is a condition that you've developed here. Let's see. What condition have you developed?
Poisoned him.
Yeah, you poisoned him. You straight up
God
sugar.
damn.
You sugar poisoned him.
Yeah, I really
Let's see. Where is my? I need the conditions page here.
did. God, 2d6 pool.
So this is gonna be the slowed condition. I think we'll say slowed.
I might have specialized a little bit, Bobby.
Mind
Yeah,
endurance. is
slowed. So yeah, it's either slowed or sick. I'm gonna say slowed. Yeah, your speed scores are halved, and you suffer -4 to physical defenses. You've got the second page of your sheet there that's got a condition list that you can actually select at the.
Experience?
No. The second page.
You know, the little tab dots are where you can go over to your
Tabs
home
at
world.
the top. Those blue dots.
Ah,
there.
conditions add. Got it.
Yep.
Afraid. Can I just have this all the time?
So you're slowed. Yeah. It's probably like a combination of slowed and sick, but we'll just leave it at slowed for right now.
At level 1, yeah.
Yep. Okay, and you got a 3 and a 2. To shake the condition off, you need a 5 or a 6. And you did not get that. So yeah, he's still not looking great. He looks pretty awful right now.
Just hold in there, Neil.
Captain,
Yes.
can you sign this?
I'm gonna grab both of it and just put it back on the desk. Just fucking sit still. I don't want you to die in my ready room before we even left. Planet.
Signing that would really help, Captain.
I'll look at the form. What's the form?
It's a form to OK putting up diabetic warning signs around the ship.
Is that the one that I signed earlier?
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, it needs to be co-signed. Yes, that's what it is. It needs to be co-signed by the captain.
Just,
fan art opportunity maybe in the Discord.
I will not have the ship turn into that. If we do it for this, we're gonna have one for every single other potential issue that could come up. Just be sure to send out a notice to everybody aboard the ship to be more careful. And I'll sign that.
Right.
Thank you.
For some reason in the future they don't have like medical alert bracelets or anything. Like little diabetes alert bracelet. They don't have the technology. It's impossible.
I feel like if they did, Neil would have it like oversized on him. Like...
It's a full sash.
A bandolier.
Bandolier full of insulin.
Like
Yeah,
a
it's pretty
wrestling
sensible.
Are you like whining too as you're lying there?
Ow.
Neil, you should have told me. You realize it was syrup, right? I told you, go grab the bottle of the 74,
Captain,
the maple syrup.
It's in my profile. It's on your desk.
I know, but look,
You should
I
really
didn't get
read
the...
through those.
Another like quick cut like back to the desk, and the fucking the
Again.
leaning tower of paperwork just keeps wobbling gently.
I need some way to just search for the information. So as I said, when you're feeling
they
better,
can't be entered into the database until you've signed off on them, Captain.
well, this is what's going to happen, okay? If you want me to sign off on any of this, after you're feeling better, I'm going to need either you or someone else to manually file all of this into the systems and forward them to me. And I will take a day as we're traveling to the Venetian system and go through them. Okay? Will that please you?
Captain, it'd be a lot easier if you just did them daily, and then they wouldn't pile up like that.
Yeah, but I don't like paperwork, so I can do it on a computer. I don't even own a pen.
I like pull out 6 pens.
I don't want to even touch any of those pens.
What about this one?
Definitely not that one.
This one.
No, not that. I'm going to hit my comms badge.
This one's a Parker.
Mr. Marinson.
You get a picture of Jimmy just entering the sick bay. Ruby Ruby segues like right past him.
Oh, hey, Jimmy. Feeling all right?
Yeah. Where's the captain?
Oh, he's in his ready room. You do know where the ready room is, right?
I thought this was the ready room.
I'll put my hand up on his forehead. Are you feeling all right? This is sick bay.
This is happening at the same time that the captain sends the communication.
Oh. Should I?
Oh, yeah, he's the captain, sweetheart.
Namaste, Captain.
Jimmy, have you checked the status of the ship? Are we ready to set off?
Oh.
Did you forget?
I knew there were 3 things. So, your chair is being installed, and I'm at the med bay.
Why are you at the med bay? Jimmy, are you
What
there?
was the other thing again? The other... Oh, make sure everything's ready. Well, the warp core was like just there.
I don't speak warp core, Jimmy. What does that mean?
It means like, dude, I'm feeling good. Just like that.
Perfect. All other systems in operational order?
Sure.
Sure? You don't seem too confident.
I
I need more confidence, Mr. Marinson.
I look for like a terminal or something.
You look for a what?
A terminal on the wall. I can just...
Yeah, there's like medical terminals. I feel like there's a communication terminal probably like at every door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or I'll grab my data pad. Like, meow, meow. Just a second, Captain. Meow, meow, meow. Meow.
Is there some... Neil, do you own a cat?
Cats aren't allowed without express information or as a carrier animal.
Okay, Captain, everything's ready, but there was a problem with the gazebo.
We have a gazebo?
Oh, I ordered one. I think it's cool.
Where's the gazebo?
Maybe that's the problem.
You haven't signed off on the gazebo yet, Captain.
Oh my goodness.
Captain, you didn't sign off on the gazebo.
You didn't sign off on it, Jimmy.
You have to sign off on the gazebo, Captain, or we can't.
Just leave it with me. I'll deal with it when I get to it, Jimmy.
Okay, and when are you gonna get here?
I'm not going to the sick bay. Just give me a moment, Jimmy. I'm gonna hit the comms. I'm gonna hit the badge again, and I'm sure there's like different like settings. Like I can go to one person individually, or like all the senior officers, or like the whole ship wide.
Like gestures or something on a phone.
Yeah, it's probably like swipe. It's like there's a little swipe feature. Like I do like a little circle.
You always do it wrong.
Yeah, I'm fucking up all the time.
Can we just take a second to appreciate? Hold on, let's bring up the artwork for Bobby's character here, and the badge. I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in real quick on this. Hang on. Before we talk about the swirl here, I just want to make sure that everyone is aware of the way.
Sorry, I can't focus on the badge. I'm just too busy focused on his chest hair.
It's a forest.
That's a bear, right there.
The shirt
So
doesn't even
manly.
touch any of my skin. There's like a full layer of hair on my chest.
You're
It
like
just keeps the
always,
shirt.
you're like always sweating because it's just warm naturally.
It gives you +1 soaked bludgeoning damage, but just cushions.
So there's it's got a certain brown central aspect to the badge.
Yeah, a little nut.
Yeah.
It's like a little rupee.
Right. Sure. It's not.
Sure, I
Yeah.
guess.
Rub the lamp and unleash the genie.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's sure okay. A swirl. All right.
It's a swirl. So I'm gonna swirl the little thing in the center.
Yeah.
And then that goes to all of the senior officers. Yes, this is Captain McQuaid. Please report to the ready room, and we will debrief on the most recent mission that we received from the Admiralty.
Sweet, no pants.
10 minutes. Then I close the comms.
Jimmy.
Namaste, Neil.
Remember the pantser regulation with the captain's meeting.
Okay, but no briefs?
I think the captain will be doing the briefs. You don't need to bring your own.
Sweet.
By the way, Neil, Jimmy just earned himself another demerit. He broke protocol by calling you Neil.
I love how there's a fucking demerit handout.
I think I'm a bit ill to recognize that at the moment.
Oh my God!
Slipped it
Hold
through.
on, we need to roll for this.
Now we know.
Yeah, I'll roll for this.
We
I'm
need to
down
roll
to
for
roll
this. You need to make a endurance plus bureaucracy.
You
You can only do that in this game.
That's what's old is new for you, folks. Welcome to the
Only
system.
doable in this system. A 19
Wow.
through your diabetic haze. You understand that protocol is vital in everyday life and that Neil has breached that protocol. Every fiber of your being is focused on this fact, and Neil has earned himself a demerit.
Captain,
Yes.
can you fetch my fanny pack?
I will not touch
It
that
has my
thing.
medication in it.
Where's the nurse? Hit the thing again.
He's not even gonna get my medication.
Miss Tootie. Miss Tootie,
Oh, yes, Captain.
where's the nurse? I'm still waiting here with Neil. It's been almost 10 minutes.
Well, I stopped by Neil's quarters to get his fanny packs. That's where his specific prescription is. That's where I told him to keep it all the time with his like plethora of pens, his extra little swab, everything he's got in there. So I got the fanny pack. It's the one that says Hawaii on the front, okay? And then I'm gonna give it to Steven. He's my head nurse here. I'm gonna
Steven.
get Steven. Say hi, Steven.
Hi. Hello,
I'm
hello,
looking-
Captain. I'm sorry.
Okay, Steven. Personal bubble, remember. Personal bubble.
But you told me to come over. I was
Oh, just say okay. You and Neil are gonna get along great. Okay.
I was just
So,
doing as you asked.
Steven, I got a task for you. I want you to walk Jimmy to the captain's ready room. Because I'm gonna segue. I'm gonna leave you behind. Sorry.
What does Jimmy look like? What is he? Is he human?
Steven? Oh, are you talking to?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. What does
Oh,
Steven look like? What does Steven look like?
Yeah, he's just typical human dude.
Typical
Just
human
bro,
dude.
Bro, all the way through.
Okay.
Probably not like well kept. Tries to keep it in order. Tries to impress everybody, but just failing on the daily.
Okie doke.
So what I have peddled a feeling now, right? And then
Yep.
okay, Steven. All right, Stevie. I just want you to walk Jimmy to the ready room. Don't get distracted, okay?
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Do you mean the chief engineer?
Yeah, I can hear this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Jimmy.
Captain, can you hear me? I like lean on.
Jimmy,
Wait.
do you not know your way around this goddamn ship?
Hey, Cap. I was wondering, do you want me to bring snacks?
No. I want you to learn your way around this ship. Tonight, you study a map. Neil, if you're feeling better later, make sure that happens, okay?
Yes, Captain.
Thank you.
Alright. Just to touch again on the snacks, Captain. We're gonna be hanging out. I was thinking maybe we get some.
One second here. I want to roll something.
Want some
Just
chicken wings or like just some candies or pizza.
no,
dude.
I'm fine. No snacks. We can
Did
eat
you
after.
just roll for your hunger? You rolled an endurance
Oh.
roll.
Yeah, I was just curious.
2 5s.
Yeah,
Okay.
I should have said it. Yeah, I rolled. I just to see if it was low. I was gonna say I was hungry. If it was high,
Okay, no snacks.
no snacks. But you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe a bowl of those caramel chewy candies.
Caramel
Those really
chewy,
hard ones.
really hard,
The gold wrapper.
chewy gold wrapper. Okay, I'll take a look. Thank you.
forget-
I pat Ruby's communicator for her. Like, there we go.
I instantly hit
Wait.
open up a channel again. Yes, sorry about that, Ruby.
Is there
Jimmy's a
cheese
little-
dust on your back?
You got like a partial handprint there.
Yeah.
Yes, Captain.
So this is just auditory, right? This is just an audio feed. There's no visual part, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Is Steve on his way? I have some things I need to take care of before we
We're still here, Captain. Do you need more snacks?
Steve, just please hurry up.
You heard the captain, Steve.
Again, I'll meet you
Take care.
all.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget this fanny pack. Here you go. Maybe you wear it on the way, just so you don't forget it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Do we get to use the segways?
No, only in emergencies. Tacos, not emergencies.
Yes, ready room in 10, and I'm gonna close my comm.
Okay. I like turn out and leave, and I head to the nearest replicator because 100% know where the replicators are.
By the way, just something to keep in mind here. I've made Neil's demerit manager visible to everybody. Also that houses everybody's ranks. So technically, in order of command for the ship, Captain McQuaid is the highest rank. Commander Neil Beige is the second highest rank. Then it comes down to Lieutenant Commander Weiler and Lieutenant Commander RA9. So sort of they both share third in command. Then it's Lieutenant Zebu, and then Lieutenant Junior Grade Ruby Tootie and Junior Grade Jimmy Marinson. Yeah. So
Just gonna add that demerit to.
I mean, I feel like these don't matter, so just make up numbers, for like whatever.
It's just an arbitrary.
Scoticus. I mean, we know Jimmy's got a lot. What number should we go for here?
And I was like, why has Ruby got 17? Zagatica's got 1.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I was trying to say that nicely.
I think you hit me with like 27 the previous episode.
How about 3,340?
It's not my fault. It's not my fault that Ruby doesn't have a higher rank. She has a horrible rep score.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have one, dude.
Yeah, she's got a 2, and Jimmy Marinson has a 0.
Zero.
So Jimmy got
understand.
in as the chief engineer by some weird circumstance, because like legit nobody fucking knows who the hell he is or why he's the chief engineer, especially the staff.
And particularly Jimmy. I went for the interview, and then
So Lieutenant Commander Weiler is the tactical officer. I feel like Neil probably has a really good relationship with Lieutenant Commander Weiler, because you're both very by the book, and she's the Rottweiler tactical officer.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like she's pretty by the book, right, in general. So maybe she's got a very low number or 0 because maybe she has like a few of those like dog incidents.
Yeah,
where she
maybe about 3 dog incidents.
Yeah. And Zebu's the Payjack. He's the head pilot. Yeah.
Oh, he's a flyboy. 24.
He's a very sort of like low key. He has a sort of sad kind of depressed kind of ambience about him. Ambience.
Right. So, Captain, you're sitting at 19 demerits.
19. Okay.
I am sitting at 1 demerit.
Give yourself a demerit. I love
RA9 has 0 demerits. Yes, he's a good boy. Ruby 17 and Jimmy Marinson 3,340.
In 2 weeks.
Majority of them was just me going, Neil,
Just in a row, separated all the infractions.
Do you have like a little like clicker counter in your pocket that you just have in your hand at all times when you converse them? Just
It's got
there's
like
another
one
one.
of those
There's
little-
another one. Beep,
Those
beep.
little label printer things you can do. It's just got that taped to the side of it. Just says
It's like
Jimmy
a
on it.
namaste counter or something. Every time he says namaste, he's like, boom.
I couldn't find anything in the regulations that said namaste is not a good greeting. It doesn't say anything about that. It just says no dude or babe.
Dude.
3,341.
So, while I'm being escorted, well, I'll get to do to escort me after I get to the replicator, the fast-acting replication terminal.
Dude, I've seen that. I'm glad you're doing that.
Shout out to who came up with that one in the Discord. I can't recall. Someone did. Shout out to you, whoever came up with that, though. I love you.
A fast-acting replication terminal.
Yep. So I get there, and then I order mixed M&Ms.
Okay. Yeah, you get the full gamut.
I get like a big bowl worth of it, large bowl, and I just hand it to Steven. Hey, let's go.
Okay, Steven's just looking at you. Do you want me to carry those?
Yeah.
I feel like Steven knows potentially why he's going to the office with Neil being a diabetic and then carrying a bowl of M&Ms.
Yeah, he's got like in one hand he's got like, you know, diabetes emergency medication. The other hand he's got M&Ms. Shouldn't we be going to the captain's ready room, sir? It sounded
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah. Snacks are important.
Why?
Let's go.
Okay, sir, it's this way. We just have to go back this way to the turbo lift.
Sure.
And Jimmy's just like, oh. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, and you head up to help out Neil. What's going on while this is happening? In general, like what's happening while Neil is headed up there? Weren't you trying to talk to RA9 about the?
Because I'm in the ready room right now, I would assume.
Yeah, I was heading to the ready room. Yeah, so earlier I asked those few questions and had him prepare just some information for the ready room.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm wheeling myself off to the ready room now myself.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're there by now. I mean, it's not that far. It's right there from the bridge.
So I'm picturing the bridge, and then there's like maybe like a small corridor, maybe like 6 or 7 feet, and there's a door on one side to the ready room, and there's a door at the end of the little hallway.
It has
quarters.
It has a in the Starship Recognition Manual. It's got like a little map of the bridge and like that small
what page,
deck.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's on 33.
33. Let's see here. Yeah,
so
I'm heading in there.
It's an octagonal deck, or it's an octagonal bridge, and then there's a lift on either side, and then there's a basically like a corridor that connects to like that other parts of the deck, and then immediately sort of to the south there's restroom, there's a marine station, there's a utility supply room, the captain's quarters, conference room, and the ready room.
Oh yeah, I see it there now. Yeah, cool, awesome. So yeah, no, I'm just gonna head into into that room, into the conference room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, RA9's waiting there for you.
Yes. Hello, RA.
Hello, Captain.
You have all the information prepared?
Yes, I do.
Perfect.
You want help with the wheelchair?
Oh no.
No. Here we go.
Oh well, if you insist.
Hmm.
Thank you, RA.
And I'll grab it. Is the chair done? Is it put in?
I think the captain's chair.
Yeah.
The captain's chair would be in the center of the bridge. Jimmy has definitely sent somebody off, so they've probably started to get it hooked up, but it's definitely not done yet.
All right, all right.
So where is the rest, Captain?
They should be pouring in here soon. I check my clock or check my wrist watch. I'm wearing like an actual like physical watch on my wrist, like an old school mechanical one. How close to the 10 minutes? Like, are people starting to pour in? Is it like 2-3 minutes left until?
So who did you summon to the ready room?
The whole senior, like all the senior officers.
Yeah, I mean, definitely your chief tactical officer Weiler would have like followed you and RA9 in, and the pilot Zebu has sort of followed. They would have just followed you, and Jimmy is not there. Is Neil? Neil was in your ready room, not in the conference room. Has somebody gotten Neil? Or Neil's just in the chair, like slumped. Like
I'm like slumped and reaching up and just trying to sort out the captain's inbox, so it's easier for him to get through all the
He can't
mountains.
help himself.
Please give me an agility check plus bureaucracy.
I love this game.
Oh my god.
Agility plus bureaucracy.
Okay, that's an 18 on a 5d6. You are the master of this tower of paperwork. I feel like you're able to just kind of like, with like somehow with no strength, you're able to kind of like pick out the papers that are sticking out a little bit and just do like one of these things where you just kind of like somehow hold up this giant towering stack of paperwork and like, whoop, like pull out the individual pieces of paper.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort out like the
somehow
super important
ignoring
things.
physics and friction.
I'm gonna sort out like all the things that are like super important that it needs to get to like straight away. So let's say there's like, I don't know, 8. There's 8 important things that he needs to see to, and then there's this mountain.
Okay, and you just kind of sort it out, pull out the papers, and pile them up. Jimmy, how many times have you tried to divert Steven from the actual course of action here?
Probably not much, but I keep like reaching over and filling M&Ms out because we're walking. It's been like.
You're not even carrying anything is the best part. He's
Yeah,
carrying he's carrying like all the emergency like he's got like the emergency medical kit, and he's got like this fucking bowl of M&Ms, and you keep like reaching over and just take sir, we really should hurry, shouldn't we? It sounded very serious. I noticed you're moving not really very quickly, sir, if I may say so, sir.
Well,
I noticed you keep stopping. Do you have something wrong with your eyes, sir? Why do you keep looking at the lights like that?
Oh, no, they're just. You ever just look at something and think, whoa.
I don't think I've ever done that, sir. Ever.
Dude, you should try it. It's.
Sir, maybe we should move on. Can you give me a charisma check, please, Jimmy? Charisma plus your persuasion, we'll say, if you've got any.
Nah, I don't have anything like that. I've
Okay.
read botany.
No, I don't think that's appropriate here.
You got
An
a
8
9.
A 9 on a 3d6. Yeah, he says, sir, I really think we should get moving, sir. It's, it could be very deadly. Do you know what diabetes is, sir? It's possible that Commander Beige could be, he could be experiencing ketoacidosis. It's very serious, sir.
Okay.
Do you think we can move just a little bit faster, sir, please?
This is why I wanted the segways, dude.
He just kind of like looks at you pleadingly, like, "Come on, you slow bastard!"
Like reach into the bowl and just take like a couple of handfuls. Maybe we don't need to stop anymore.
We
Like,
don't
just trying to
really
get them out of my
need to
hand.
stop at all, sir. I mean, shouldn't we just keep walking?
Whoa. Can't drop candy in the hallways, dude.
Sir, I think it could be overlooked for the health of the commander.
Have you met the commander?
Yes, sir. He gave me something called a demerit.
Yeah.
We should get going, sir.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it's
waiting.
definitely
I'm
it's 100% overtime. Like they are 100% late. 100% late, Captain McQuaid.
I'm just sort of like tapping my watch, looking around the room. Everybody else is here, sitting down, I guess, with their data pads out and ready to go.
Oh yeah, Weiler's like darting around. You see the ears doing the.
How
standing,
late is he
turning.
right now? Like how?
At least 5 minutes.
At least 5 minutes.
Yes.
Perhaps
The
you should call him,
comms.
sir.
I'm on it already. I hit the comms button. Mr. Marinson,
Namaste, Captain.
where are you?
I look at Steven. Hey. I'm like kind of whispering them to like this, but not covering my comms at all.
Steven is like way ahead. He's like by the transporter, and it almost looks like he's
Hey.
doing the pee-pee dance. Like he's just.
Oh, we'll be there in a second. I think this dude's got to pee, Captain.
A second.
I-
Steven, I'm gonna like speak a little louder. Steven, how long are you guys gonna take?
He
Be
just
honest
he
with me.
hits his communicator. Sir, I'm so sorry, Captain. I'm waiting at the transporter right now for Chief Engineer Marinson for the lift. I'm trying to get there, sir, but if you'll excuse me, sir, Chief Engineer Marinson is a little slow.
Captain, Neil told me that if I run in the hall, I'll get demerits, and I don't know what they are, and it doesn't sound good.
Jimmy, it does
Yeah?
not take 10 minutes to walk from wherever you are right now to
Right.
this room. It takes a few minutes at most. You don't know your way around this ship.
I do, Captain. I asked
You
for
don't
a
know.
Segway,
What? So you
and they
can
didn't
find a way
give
around
me
the ship.
one.
You'll just wander
Fast.
around a little quicker.
Yeah.
You still won't know where you're going.
Well.
Also, I want I'm gonna like put this on like a little bit louder setting, so it's almost like speakerphone. Miss Tootie, can
Yes, officer.
you make sure that Chief Engineer Marinson passes some sort of driving test if he ever wants to operate any vehicles?
Oh.
And in depth, maybe renew the license every 6 to 8 days.
Well, Captain, the licensing would probably be on Officer Neil's. But I can give him an
Oh,
eye
okay.
exam.
Well, yes. Well, I'll make sure that Neil figures out the particulars, but just come up with a in-depth medical scan. I really want to make sure that he is the right
Dude.
mental faculties if he's ever going to be
Mhm.
piloting anything like that.
Okay, all right.
Thank you,
Captain.
Jimmy. Hurry up! And I I turn the comms off.
Wow.
The captain sounded very mad, sir. We should get going.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get one of those demerits for that.
Sir,
Yeah.
you're walking the wrong way, sir. I'm standing in front of the lift. It's this way, sir.
Wait, let me just I just go over to a replication terminal. I'm like, just this will cheer him up, and I order a little chocolate bar and I stick it in my pocket.
By the way, take off 2 credits. 2 credits.
Sure.
You've gone through 2 more credits of replicator rations.
That's not a problem, man. Got enough for lots of snacks. Yeah, so I slip it in my pocket. And I'm like, okay, let's go.
Jimmy's gonna spend all of his credits on snacks. It's gonna happen. Oh god, it's just like a stoner IRL. Okay, so yeah, Jimmy meanders his way finally to the ready room, and Steven gives you your shot, Neil, of insulin. You probably just needed like a second one. Go ahead and make another endurance check for me. This will work on a 4, 5, or a 6.
Do I have
Flat
any
endurance.
luck die left? No, I don't. Used them last episode.
I think if you use a luck die on a shake it off, it's an automatic success.
No, they don't come back every session. It's every day, isn't it?
You can refresh it once a day.
Luck,
unless
talking luck.
Yeah.
Oh, I can refresh.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah, everybody
so
can.
I'll refresh them now. I'm just gonna spend one.
You spent all your luck die last episode on
Yeah,
something stupid. I can't remember what it was.
It was opposed rolls between me and him. we blew all of our luck die.
Oh yeah, I didn't even get to use them because you used yours to
Yeah,
remove
cancel them all.
mine.
Cancel all yours out.
Okay, so you're just gonna refresh your luck and blow one immediately already. Okay. Yep. The insulin's all taken care of. Everyone gathers up inside the ready room finally. Neil wobbly a little bit, but makes his way inside.
Perfect. Jimmy,
I made it.
grab a seat, Jimmy. What are you
Captain,
eating?
I got you some candy, but
Did you bring those sweet,
I ate it.
delicious caramel chews?
Steven.
Oh, Steven.
Steven's like already like walking back towards like sick bay. He like turns around, and you can see without him turning around, you can see him sigh, and he just kind of turns back to Jimmy
Come on.
Marinson, and he looks.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Give me candy.
Jimmy, how
sir,
much-
I left
how
it
many-
inside the ready room, sir.
Jimmy, how many?
I just get up and I walk through the ready room, and I
Oh my
pick up the ball
God.
of candy, and I come back in, and like put it on the table, and I push it all the way across the table, so it like
Just to be
scrapes
clear,
along the table.
just to
and
be
I'm like,
clear, there's like just covering the bottom of the bowl is what's left of the
yeah,
M&Ms.
there's a battering of some.
There's
like
like
M&Ms.
12 left.
There's some Skittles in there as well.
No.
Just mixed M&Ms.
Yeah.
There you go.
Where's-
I brought
Where
Snacks.
are the caramel chews?
I don't know.
Give me a
Ruby's
perception.
like-
Give me a perception check, please, Captain McQuaid.
And Ruby's checking her tablet to see what y'all's calorie allotment is per day. Like,
Has Jimmy hacked it?
it's weird
12.
'cause
But I
The
didn't know the
captain's
number, so I put like 6. And I don't know what calories are, man.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
6 calories.
So yeah, Captain McQuaid, you don't notice, but Jimmy definitely has like he's got like a little caramel left on his prepubescent mustache.
You say I don't notice it?
Yeah, you don't notice.
You have a worse memory than even me.
How'd you know that?
I just know. Either way, sit down. Steven, you can leave. Thank you so much for your help today.
Yeah, good job, Steven.
Thank you, Steven. Just go-
Thank
just-
you.
Just go back and start testing stuff.
Hey, Neil, you should give him some of those demerits.
Enough of the demerits. Okay, everybody listen up and
Commander
sit down.
Beige. Jimmy.
Guys,
No, it's Steven, dude.
Jimmy,
Yes.
shut up. Pretend there's tape over your mouth.
Captain calls for quiet.
Weiler stands up, and you just hear this.
It's okay, Weiler. It's okay. It's okay.
Mm.
I will let you know though if I need your help.
Mm.
Very well, Captain.
Captain, if I had tape on my mouth, I'd probably just take it off. Do I pretend that too?
Just don't say anything.
What else can I not?
Shh. Perfect. Keep doing that.
Weiler sits down.
Okay, so I'm sure some of you may know we've recently received a mission from the Admiralty. Jimmy, can I see your phone?
It's
in order.
Data pad. Yeah.
Yeah, data pad. I call the phone still. Hand it over.
I hold it up.
Hand it over. I take it.
I bring out one of them plastic Ziploc bags and I just
Yeah,
hold
he
it
knows.
next
He
to me.
knows. He knows. Yeah, so this Ziploc bag. Okay, this is standard procedure throughout ASPU. When anyone is using something that is not allowed, it gets put in a bag. So this is like a Ziploc bag that it's like made out of like super thin, like almost transparent metal, but you can't get through it. You can't.
By the way, you said ass poo. Go ahead and take off your luck dice pool there, bud. Were you out already?
No, what's that?
Yeah.
I was already out.
Yeah.
But that wasn't in character either. That was just. But
I feel like
yeah,
we
no,
should
I don't
crack
have
down.
any-
We should crack down on ass poo.
I'm down with that. The
Is it
alliance.
like those that bag? It's like those ones they hand out like comedy shows and stuff now, right? So it locks
your
up your
phones.
phone so you
Yeah.
can't use it.
Yeah. So, but this bag, it has the alliance emblem on it with the full the full name of the alliance on it.
Yeah.
And it has
The Alliance
has a
of
little,
Solar
like-
Systems and Planetary Orbital Organizations.
yes, and it has a little keypad built in, and I'm gonna pop in my keypad. Neil, use your keypad, your key, please. Lock this. Perfect. And I'm gonna open up a drawer underneath the ready room table, and I'm gonna put it in there, and I'm gonna punch in another key and lock the bag in the table. When you're good, you can get your phone back. Okay.
Can I cash in some of my demerits and get it?
That's not
Demerits?
Or is that
demerits
not one
work.
of the prizes?
Demerits don't exist.
Yes, they do. Captain.
Whoa, that's deep, Captain.
Look, everybody, shut up. Zip it, Jimmy, Neil, you two, shut up. Okay, preemptively, don't say anything until I speak to you. Admiralty has given us a mission. We have to travel to the Venetian systems. There's a dispute between the Venetians and the Boreans on the Shoku moon over some primethist mining veins on the crust. The Boreans have claimed that the treaty, basically, or the agreement between the Venetians is more or less up. It's run its course, and they are starting to encroach on what the Venetians deem is their territory. I have got, I did request RA9 to do up a little bit of a history presentation on the background of the agreements between the Venetians and the Boreans, and all their mining disputes and agreements on the moons throughout the system. RA, could you give us a quick rundown on this this agreement?
Neil
that they've
has
had?
just been sitting with his index finger raised, indicating that he wants to be part of this conversation. And do you just ignore him this whole time?
Do I see it? Do I see it? in
Oh
my
yeah,
peripheral?
Neil is making it readily apparent.
Yes, Mr. Beige.
Captain, the Boreans are in the wrong. I think that's very important that everyone knows that they have gone against the contract that they have signed.
Well, they are claiming that in their agreement that they are in the right. So this is what we have been tasked to remedy. Neil, I'm still talking to you. You don't have to raise your hand every single time.
Do we have a copy of the agreement, Captain?
RA, are you able to source a copy of the agreement quickly?
Of course, Captain.
Thank you.
Well,
I can, right? I would assume that it,
Yeah, you can.
Public
This is.
dominion?
I think this will still be related to the roll you made earlier.
yeah.
So yeah, it's readily available. Sure.
Well,
While he's looking, I hold my finger up.
I look at you, and I just shake my head, and I look back to RA.
I hold the other one up.
I ignore you this time. I don't even look over. I don't even shift my eyes.
I'm assuming I have it on my data pad. So just...
Send to your data pad, Captain.
That was the best sound ever.
So
also,
good.
by the way, you just told everyone all the info I have. I have nothing to tell about the agreement now. It's fine. There's the contract.
Here.
I don't really understand the particulars of this. Can you break this down for me, RA?
It seems that about 100 years ago, the Valerians and the Boreans signed a contract to have equal mass of the planet to mine.
So they've agreed on territories about 100 years ago. Was there any date that the contract was set to expire?
So I think that there is definitely like there's some sort of like renegotiation clause. Give me a logic plus computers, RA9.
And for all these kind of checks, I'm pretty sure does he get the D6 for ship operations for doing this role?
You do get an additional D6. Wow,
I don't
that was
need it,
already
though.
a good roll.
That's a
But
sick
go
one.
ahead, give it again. Give it another D6. Just
Oh, god
do-
damn it. All right.
Just roll. Just hit roll 1d6.
Oh, right. I
Just type it in. Roll 12.
1d6.
Okay, an additional 4, so
And
a 30.
30. Holy
A 30 on a 66. That's pretty solid. So yeah, there is a straight up. It's like a sub clause where it's like a renegotiation can be remade in 100 years.
Whoopsie doodle, Captain.
What does that mean?
It seems that after 100 years, the contract may have expired.
In other situations where contracts have expired, do mining operations typically stop? And do they typically renegotiate?
I am not knowledgeable in the mining industry. Perhaps
Yes.
Officer Beige would know.
Yes, Officer Beige. Commander Beige, sorry.
Can I actually look at the contract, Captain? Perhaps I can glean some more information from the actual litigation.
Send.
Thank you, Lieutenant Commander.
I looked at Jimmy. Yes, Jimmy.
I think we're almost out of snacks, Captain. Should we refill?
Put the tape back on. And I look back to Neil.
I reach over and take the last handful of M&Ms.
I push the whole bowl.
everyone.
I push the bowl over to you.
There's this horrible awkward silence, and then
It's a real heavy, kiln-fired bowl.
It's like a cast iron bowl for some reason.
And the best
That
part
Jimmy-
is Jimmy's going in, and you could just hear you could hear every single movement that Jimmy's making because everybody's so focused on Jimmy right now. So you hear
man.
his nails trying to dig into the bowl to grab the M&M, and then there's only one left. So it keeps hopping around, and he's
I'd say his fingers are so callous from all of his engineering that he can't dexterously pick up the last M&M.
Yeah.
I
So
feel like when he finally eats it, it's like a peanut one, so we all hear it.
I reach my face over into the bowl and and I get the last M&M that way, and then
The second you look up from the bowl, everyone in the entire room is just staring at you.
I looked
M&Ms.
Commander Beige, am I allowed
Captain.
to put tape on an officer's mouth?
Technically, yes, but you might have to deal with any litigation afterwards, Captain.
Very good.
There's a
So-
long period of time that Captain McQuaid is looking at Jimmy for a hot second here. It's probably a good 10 seconds of a stare.
You can hear the zip of one of my fanny packs open, and I just pull out some scotch tape.
One of the fanny.
Well, the captain's staring at me. I'm just admiring my palm. Because it seems like it's more HD than it was last time I looked.
Lieutenant Jimmy, are you all right?
I look over at the captain.
Why are you looking towards me? You can answer her.
What was the question?
Oh my God, he's not okay. Ruby, could you do a full medical evaluation on him, both physical and mental? Make sure everything's okay. I'm legitimately worried about his well-being.
I think
You have to go back to the bay if you want.
We'll do it after the briefing, but
Okay.
I think it's worth a lot, though, Captain. Like,
What
I can
is
save
worth
you
a lot?
time. You said you wanted her to do evaluation, and I think
Maybe you
it's
need to do
just-
some breathing exercises for a minute. Give yourself like 10 minutes. Don't talk. Just in through
Just-
the nose.
oh,
Mouth.
through the. I haven't tried that one.
it's
I'm gonna
called
send
meditation.
it. I'm gonna send it to your data pad. You just when the
Yeah.
circle goes out, you breathe in. When the circle goes in, you breathe.
Okay,
Okay.
but my
Just watch and do it. Just
my
watch.
pads.
You can
my
hear
pads
the
in drawer.
you can hear the like the pop up from like the file received or whatever, like on his data pad.
I got it, but it's
Can he just put it on silent and look at that?
Whatever you think is best.
Okay, just give it back to him. Put it on silent. Don't distract yourself from your breathing exercises.
I
Is,
put it
is there
on
a
silent.
requisition form here, Neil, that has to be filled out for this for Ziploc to be opened back up?
Don't even-
Captain.
Don't even look, and I sign my side.
I'm just gonna like scribble
This is why Neil gets away with forging your signature. You'll realize that.
because I have 35 different signatures. It changes every time.
I'm gonna give myself an extra D6 from that. And we go through the lock, the thumbprint lock again.
Go through the whole process, and I slide you back here. Here's your phone. Silent.
Put it on silent.
Can I have a look at this contract back?
I turn it to silent and it goes.
Oh my God.
It's the haptic feedback. It sounds exactly like purring.
Is there any roll I can make to see if this puts me over the edge?
Do I start killing again?
We are playing the What's Old's new RPG system, which you can find out more about at woinrpg.com. You can absolutely make a roll that helps you determine if this is your tipping point. Absolutely. Go ahead and make a
Well-
willpower check, plus maybe leadership. Yeah.
Willpower plus leadership. Eh?
Yeah.
Do I get the extra D6 exploit for dealing with the crew member, or is this like a personal internal struggle?
This is a personal internal
Okay, so-
struggle for sure.
No luck die. 26.
Jesus. That's a 76-26. Okay. So, yeah, you're holding out. You probably grind your teeth a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm grinding my teeth. I slide it back over to you. Or you're no, never mind. No, it's silent, and it's the haptic feedback sounds like a purr. That's right. Yeah. No, my bad. Yeah, I just give you a stern look and just.
When you let out
Anyways.
that big sigh, Ruby's totally gonna smell alcohol in your breath. It's like,
I haven't been drinking since the previous night.
I thought it was the syrup, the aged.
Oh
or
no,
fermented.
I don't think there's any alcohol content
Okay.
in the
Okay.
syrup.
It's
I didn't know if that was some weird like future space
You
Canadian.
smell maple. You smell.
That was the greatest sentence I've ever heard in my life.
That's so good.
You smell maple. I mean, that's a.
Yeah, really
Never
like
mind.
really strong too. It's-
Maple
Whack,
goodness.
looking at this contract, did you say it's available to be renegotiated in 100 years?
Yes.
Is there any more information I can get from this?
Give me a logic plus your bureaucracy or law. Law is technically the easiest roll to make.
Which is I feel like law would be better, but I'm definitely worse at law. But I think law makes more sense for a company.
Basically, law has a lower difficulty than the bureaucracy. Okay, a 19 on a 46. That's pretty good. So, in terms of stuff that you see, this is a fairly detailed contract. I would say that you gain you double check the stuff that we talked about. You see there's a renegotiation option. And you also see there's some weird kind of red tapey kind of area where it's gray. The Venetians also have some sort of renegotiation powers here where basically their ruling class, the seniority, has sort of final approval on the renegotiation of the contract. It can essentially be vetoed and renegotiated, right? They can go into more discussion about it. And technically, the seniority have the capability of doing that as many times as they want.
Lieutenant Commander, was there any more documents about negotiation, the original part of this contract?
That's you.
Yeah,
Not to my knowledge.
Right. Right. It doesn't seem as though the contract is finished and over. It just means there is now a renegotiation window open after 100 years.
That's interesting. I'm seeing the same thing, and I'm kind of just scrolling through the contract on my own datapad.
From what I can tell, Captain, there is a lot of grey area around the renegotiation. It seems like both sides have some form of veto against the renegotiation, but the contract still stands until it is renegotiated.
So even though the time frame is up until another negotiation has been met, this still holds.
Is that about right, Mike?
Yes.
Yes.
So the Boreans actually, in fact, are in the wrong here.
They're breaking the law, Captain.
Ari, are you able to look up on any logs or anything on the Borean incursion sort of on the Venetian land, on their settlements? What exactly have the Boreans done?
Hold.
So you can make a... This is kind of just, again, I think it's a logic and computers check.
My favorite. With a modifier, right?
Yes.
Bamboozled.
Okay. A 20. On a... You get another D6 there. Oh, you added in an already. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 20 on a 66. I think that you can tell that the Boreans they've essentially established a small colony there. It's a mining colony that they've got set up on Shoku itself. They have approximately, I would say, probably anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 people there at any time. And a majority of them are miners. They have some spaceships in the area, specifically. They have. Where'd it go? They have approximately 30 Magma Class 5 mining ships. Which are old school mining ships. You know, they're your typical rust bucket kind of mining ships. They're very slow. It took them they were probably hauled in by another spaceship because their FTL drive is shit. They have an FTL-1 drive on them. They're hot garbage.
So they had 30 of those.
Yeah, and they had 30 of them. Yeah. They basically like big cargo miner haulers, right? That have mining lasers on them and that kind of thing. And they have also the thing that's probably carrying them. They have an Oliphant class 14 freighter.
Class what?
14.
Okay.
And yeah, they probably have, we'll say 5 of those there. This is what you were asking about, right, Bobby? What you were implying you wanted to know, kind of like what was there, what was.
Yeah, the gist of it, just sort of what's there currently.
Okay. Yeah, and they probably have a few other ships that you don't really know about. That's the information that you've got. That's the information that's most current on the computer.
Whoopsie doodle, Captain.
What is this whoopsie doodle, R.A.?
It seems that they have a colony on the moon of Shuku.
Colony?
About 3,000 to 4,000 people are colonized on the moon.
That's quite a few number. Have they settled relatively close to Venetian territory?
I believe so. Perhaps we should make communications with them. Or at least to the Boreans.
That's not a bad idea. I'd like you to research protocol and prepare a message while we're warping, or while we're heading to the Venetian system. Actually, that's another thing. Is the Shoku Moon, is that in Venetian territory?
I should know that from looking out before.
It's public knowledge. Yeah, this is a very basic question. It's a moon around Vendelier.
Yes, Commander. You don't. Okay, you, Commander, no longer need to raise your hand to speak.
Thank you, Captain. I am the delegate on board the ship.
This is true. I am planning on using you for the vast majority of all diplomatic relations between the Venetian and the Borean.
Do we know the delegates from the name of the delegates from the Boreans and the Venetians?
I'm unsure of the Boreans, but I'm assuming that someone from the the seniority.
So I feel like this information probably would have been put into the mission brief. This was just something I didn't put in there. Let me see. Time to hit the old random name generator. Okay, so there's a Borean by the name of Bayet Strachan, which is believed to be the head of the Borean Mining Consortium.
Borean Mining Consortium. Okay, so he seems to be like the main liaison for the Boreans in this dispute.
Yep.
And what about the Venetians? Is it a member of the seniority listed?
So the way that the seniority is done, basically the general layout for the seniority, and this is something that you would know, RA9. This is like fairly public knowledge. The seniority, the Venetian governance is essentially like straight up like based on the elders, right? Like the oldest Venetians are in charge. And the oldest Venetians are like 600 plus years old. And the seniority is essentially the very top of the Vendeliran hierarchy of government. There's 24 members, and they hold executive and judicial authority, and they're the principal administrative organ of the Venetian people. So the Venetian culture is actually like a sort of modernized tribal culture. So there's like a there's various tribes. There's 24 tribes. So there's basically a representative from each tribe. So I don't think that there's necessarily one Venetian that you talk to. It's definitely the like entire seniority. They all want their voice heard, and I feel like in general dealing with them is a giant pain in the ass which is probably why there is a problem in the first place. Because as I'm sure everyone is aware, if you had to address all of a Congress or Senate or any kind of judiciary body that is gigantic,
it's so bad it can make you feel bad for Mark Zuckerberg. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
God.
Like, there's so many people that are involved, it takes forever to get anything done. So it's quite difficult in general to deal with. So there's no like one person, like the whole seniority has. There's a big list of them.
Captain, would you like me to set up communications with the Borean or the Venetian?
Not just yet, but between yourself and Commander Beige, I'd like you to prepare an opening greeting tailored one for the Venetians and the other for the Boreans. So I'd like you both to work that out. I look to Mr. Marinson, the junior lieutenant, isn't it?
He's a junior grade lieutenant.
Yeah. Lieutenant Marinson, you now have permission to speak freely.
Oh, yeah, I'm a lieutenant.
Use it wisely.
Sure.
Do you have anything to add to everything that has been said so far? Any engineering insight that may prove useful?
Ships are real nice.
Okay, everybody, that will be all. You can head back to your stations. Zebo, I'd like you to punch in the coordinates for the, Venetian homeworld. We'll, set coordinates to Vendalir. And maximum warp.
Very well, Captain. I will proceed.
You want me to touch up the engines a little bit, Captain?
They should be touched up.
I can,
They are yours to run.
I can touch them extra?
You are the chief engineer of this vessel.
Yeah.
Mr. Marinson.
Sweet.
Indeed. Dismissed.
Okay, everybody separates,
I
except
leave
probably
the bowl
for
on the table.
You just leave your giant cast iron bowl.
Yeah, I just leave it there.
Oh, God.
Okay.
yeah, maybe you probably take like one last look to check if there's like any residue.
Like some crumbs you can scoop up.
Yeah, like my finger and just like run it around. Namaste, Captain.
All right, and that's where we're going to take our break. We'll take our break there, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight, everybody, for more of Table Story Warped. Back in just a little bit. If you haven't checked it out and you want to help support the channel, first of all, thank you so much for the subs that have been going out. I don't know what's going on with all these subs. You people are crazy. Peachy's actually spending money. This is
More
insane.
subs.
This is insane. Thank you so much for those. Thank you for the subs. Sorry we don't do like any alerts or anything during the shows. But if you want to help and support Table Story anymore, you can do so over at the Patreon. We've got various rewards and tiers, stuff like one-shots. We're going to be doing a podcast with myself, Jay, and Brad. That will be coming soon. We're also converting a bunch of shows into MP3 archives. So you guys, if you have problems like watching, or if you just like the idea of just listening to the shows, we're going to have that available to you coming very soon. And we've got a lot of other rewards up there. Art, ways for you to cram some NPCs into the various shows. We've got a lot of stuff. And thank you, as always, for the support so far. We'll be back in just a little bit. And make sure you check out Morris's Patreon as well. If you want to help support his podcast, they have a Patreon as well. And let me just double check and get that info for you. The podcast is set up over at morris.podbean.com. can head on over there. And I'm going to get the Patreon for you there as well. I think they've got themselves a Patreon. I got to get the link for that. But I'll be pasting that in the chat as well. Thank you, guys. We'll be back in just a little bit. Hang tight. Welcome back, everybody, to Table Story Warped, the official stream of the What's Old is New RPG system. Welcome back. Welcome back. We will be using mature language. Prepare yourself accordingly. Do what you got to do. I found the Patreon link there for Morris and their wonderful podcast that they're setting up, their GM podcast. That's just patreon.com/Morris, MORRUS. Make sure if you want to help support the creator of the What's Old is New RPG system in their sort of podcast adventure that they're taking part in, you can do so over there. Did the show start early today, or is there a new time? No, we started early today. We were supposed to be doing the Table Stories Shill show after the show today, and had to get canceled. Brad's internet was all messed up, and we had some other issues going on, so it really sucks because I had a late night last night. I got up early, and we made a reschedule for a bunch of people here on this show and some other places, and it was very difficult to set up, and canceling it is not okay and not fun. We don't enjoy doing it, so hopefully you guys understand. We're not happy about it. We don't like canceling, so it was a giant pain in the butt, and hashtag blame Brad. I'm always supportive of that. So we return. You guys have just been dismissed from the captain's ready room, and I believe you guys are about to sort of set off on your mission. What is happening right now?
So I'm assuming as everybody's sort of filing out, I'm gonna walk up and sort of stop Commander Beige.
I'm just picking up the cast iron pot because obviously it's not supposed to be here.
Is he struggling with this giant cast iron pot?
Am I struggling with this giant cast iron pot?
It's no giant cast iron pot. It's a bowl.
It's just a bowl.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bowl.
It's a heavy kiln fired bowl.
It's a heavy bowl.
But I can manage it.
I mean, yeah, you just pick up the fucking bowl. It doesn't weigh 20 pounds. I mean, it might weigh a pound.
Neil, do you mind sticking around for a moment?
Yes, Captain.
And leave the bowl for now. I'll take care of that.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Because you've got a lot of things to also take care of, Captain. I wouldn't want to overwork you.
I'm well aware. Yeah, I'll go over and just scoop the bowl up. Walk with me back to my my office.
Yes, Captain.
To your ready room?
Yeah, to the ready room, yeah. I call it an office. I switch it up all the time. But yeah, I call it an office a lot too.
Okay, fair enough.
From my time as professor, just so used to calling it that. So, Neil.
Yes.
How long have you been a first officer? And how many ships have you served upon? And I know, yes, you're probably going to tell me you can look it up in the file, but I want to hear it from you. And I'm just still walking back into the ready room.
Whack, can I invent ships that I've served on here?
Sure, depending on the quality of the name. If you call them Jeff 1, Jeff 2, and Jeff 3, I'm going to go ahead and veto those.
You have to come up with different acronyms for JEFF for each one.
No, you'll kill me if I do that.
This is my second EXO position, Captain.
Your second one. Hey, how long were you serving as commander on the previous ship? And what was the name as well, by the way?
The Nostromo.
The Nostromo?
Yes, Captain.
Are you kidding me? Whose idea in the Alliance was it to name the ship the Nostromo?
Actually, Captain, it's a very interesting story on how they get the names for the ships. It actually dates back to over 300 years ago. So what they do is they all sit down in the meeting, and everyone it's kind of, they put in a letter each, and then they try and rearrange it, and then the one they like, the leader of the current naming convention says Yahtzee, and then they pick on that one.
I'm not sure if that's correct, but either way, it's a disgusting name. Nostromo. How dare they fucking scar the beautiful Nostromo from that wonderful movie series, Alien?
Movie? Alien.
Never seen Alien?
That's a very uninspired name for a movie,
Aliens?
Captain.
Are you kidding me? I stand up straight and get a little closer. You have never seen Alien or Aliens?
I've seen Aliens, yes.
I
There's
see
three on
them
the
every
bridge
day.
right now, Captain.
There's
No.
many of them.
The
I
movies.
filed the paperwork for each of them.
Have you ever done anything for entertainment?
I don't really watch many movies, Captain. I prefer documentaries. Actually, it's a very interesting documentary I watched last night on the history of risk architecture.
Of what?
Risk architecture. You see, it's a different way of actually sending data through an electrical stream rather than what we currently use. It's more applicable for smaller devices with less power.
Right. Well, look.
Do you know what a ZX spectrum is, Captain?
Come again?
A ZX spectrum.
Spectrum?
A ZX spectrum.
ZX Spectrum.
ZX spectrum.
Do I know what this is?
That's when you take your wand. ZX
It's a
Spectrum.
fucking... What the...
My gosh.
I know a few different sciences. Like I know chemistry. I know some chemistry. Do I know this term?
What does he have to roll for this, Neil?
A ZX Spectrum is an old 8-bit micro from like the 80s.
Oh yeah, I have no
So
idea.
electronics plus logic.
Electronics plus logic. I don't have electronics.
History would work too.
History would work too.
Yeah.
I don't have that, so I'll just go logic. 13.
Not a fucking clue.
Yeah, I know exactly what that is. Either way, look, you need to watch Alien and Aliens. There's a couple extra ones. They are horrible. Don't watch those. The first two, those are the only ones that matter.
Right.
I'm gonna pull up my data pad, and I'm just gonna add in official orders from the captain to watch Alien. And
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yes, official order. That is absolutely true. I will sign off on that if you need me to. Mandatory.
Fingerprints, Captain. Do you?
I will not give you my fingerprint. That is
Right.
unnecessary.
Well, then, if you could just.
We
scribble.
both. No, hold on. Look at me in the eye here, Neil.
Which one?
We both know that fingerprint scanning is not Alliance protocol. Don't do it.
That's how we do the Ziploc bags, Captain.
Have you been scanning crew members' fingerprints?
Yes. I like to make sure that all my records are complete.
That is illegal.
Technically, no.
Please
can
make
almost
a
guarantee-
bluffing plus your charisma, Neil.
Bluffing plus charisma.
And an insight check. Well, actually,
Right,
you could
law.
roll. You can roll law. Yeah, law plus logic.
Plus.
No. So yeah, logic plus law would work, or insight plus bluffing.
Yeah, I don't have insight, so it would have to be law. So, but that's cool. Law plus logic is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this isn't important, so obviously I'm going to use a luck die.
So on a
Fire.
76, a 19 from Neil.
Oh my god.
Oh! And an 18 from a 66 from Captain McQuaid.
That luck die was a 1 as well. It was lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky I rolled that.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes
yeah.
you just win every roll that you've ever had against
and I
you.
feel like these are the correct rolls that happen too, because you are super suspicious of Neil at this point. So you give him like there's so much side eye that you give Neil. It's not even funny.
So you're telling me it's not technically illegal, right?
Technically, it's not illegal. No.
But it's not protocol. We don't do it. I've never once heard of a single captain or commander or anyone in any position taking fingerprints for non-malicious purposes. It's not done.
I'm not a malicious person, Captain.
I know, and you know what, Neil? I trust you on that. Okay?
I'd just like to
that.
make sure that all our records are complete to the fullest of my ability.
It just comes across less than savory.
Well, I can't.
And what if that
that's
information?
sugar.
What if that information got into the wrong hands? How is that encrypted? Where do you keep that?
In one of the many locked filing cabinets in my personal quarters.
You keep it in paper copy.
6-tuplet, yes.
You're telling me that you've been getting people to fucking ink their thumbs and put it on paper, and they've been doing this.
Give me a perception check, Captain McQuaid.
I don't even have perception. I love this about my character. This is intentional too. I've never ever been.
Did you make your character bad just to bad
No.
at getting what I get
no,
away with?
Not at all. Like it's just
'Cause
perception.
working
It's just it's not something, because the vast majority of my life, just a little backstory, was in the academy being a teacher. Like I just haven't really needed to be extremely perceptive. But what was it that did I need to do a roll?
An intuition, yeah, just straight intuition.
Just straight
yeah.
int.
Well, your perception.
So-
There's a die for perception.
Yeah. Oh, there is too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a modifier, so I'll just roll like that. 16.
Okay. So, do you have a modifier?
Yeah, for interactions.
Okay.
Oh, but would this be so I can here? Let me put the actual exploit in.
Yeah, you can click the button for the exploit.
Yeah, I gotta find it. There's so many exploits. This one right here.
Oh, I've got so many levels. It's so
No, it's just there's a lot
life
to
is
scroll
so
through.
hard.
There's a lot of text.
What am I gonna do with all this money
What am I
and
gonna
all
do
these
with all this
women
power
and all these
women?
drugs? Oh, it's so bad.
Syrup.
So, yeah, I would say that this counts. So you just now are noticing like all these like little ink fingerprints that are kind of left on various pieces of equipment, like around the bridge.
Does that not work the other way?
I don't understand. Like
If you're
reverse.
commanding a starship, all bridge officers
Yeah, you if you're doing
from
these,
your presence.
from my presence.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
you-
we all get an extra.
whenever
D6.
you're pretty much whenever you're doing
Starship
something in line
operations.
in line with your role.
But you're always in your presence. So do you actually get that bonus?
all bridge officers.
He's
Maybe I don't
technically
get that.
he's technically a bridge officer.
I guess technically I am, but I'm not sure.
That's the
wax,
name of
it's wax ruling.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's wax
name.
ruling.
That's the name of the exploit is bridge officer. So that implies to me that he is a bridge officer. He's the captain. So I would assume that that means for him as well.
Okay.
For starship operations. So yeah, there's little like ink thumbprints like on various pieces of equipment. Like you're just now noticing that.
Just can you at least just please get rid of all that, or it's unnecessary, Neil. Really.
It would be illegal to destroy data, Captain.
Why? That is unnecessary data for the Alliance to have.
Obfuscation, Captain. I would have to catalog and log every single bit that I destroy, therefore making another 6 copies of all the information that I destroy.
Neil, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure how the Admiralty would view it as well, these have not been you have not gotten all of these prints on Alliance orders. This falls on your shoulders. This is not Alliance property.
You failed the roll to know if I was bluffing, by the way, didn't you?
There
on
was
this,
So I can carry on the bluff.
Yeah, technically you were suspicious, but you
yeah,
did
no,
fail.
I know this isn't illegal. Yeah, you're not like breaking the law. I'm just saying that's why I'm just talking as if it's suspect.
Yes, Captain, I didn't ask in the name of...
Fuck, I don't want to lose all my... Actually, I've lost all my luck die.
Of Aspu.
I got no luck die left. It's gone.
Do you have to?
So we're gonna say that this is going to cost you. Yeah, tomorrow's luck die. There's an acronym handout. Just fucking open it, you dumbass.
Who the fuck named this?
Don't ask me.
Chat.
Yes, I didn't do it in the name of the Alliance of Solar Systems and Planetary Orbital, Captain. It's my own personal records.
I understand, but that you hold the identification of the whole, well, not the whole entire crew, but of everybody that is at least listen to you.
90%.
90% of the crew?
Yeah, yes, Captain. I like to be thorough.
You know what? I am now implicated in this matter. You realize I'm going to have to at least inform Weiler of this.
Implicated in what, Captain?
I don't know the legal. I know it's.
Would you like me to draw up a
illegal.
docket for you to breathe through, Captain?
I would not. No, don't do anything. Don't do anything like that.
Right.
I think this is shady.
Right.
And I want to at least be sure that we take proper precautions to make sure this never falls into the wrong hands.
I understand, Captain. Would you like to co-sign on the fingerprint locks on the filing cabinets in my personal quarters?
Not until we talk to Weiler.
Right.
Speaking of which, Weiler.
Yes, Captain.
Please report to my quarters.
Very well, sir. I will be there quickly. Yes, Captain.
Weiler, it seems as if Commander Beige here has been gathering fingerprints of the vast majority of.
Would you like me to bite him?
No. What? Bite him? No, of course not. Don't do that. Why would you do that?
Very well, sir.
What is your take on this matter? Is this a threat to our security? All of these fingerprints?
No, sir. Technically, there's a more secure way for the ship to operate.
Well then, if you both feel the same way about this, I suppose I should trust your judgment. Look, thank you, Weiler. You can return to your post.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thumbs up. Give
Thumbs up.
Give her a salute. Look, Neil, just make sure it's locked and don't.
Good old Alliance of Solar Systems and Planetary Orbital Organization salute.
Look, Neil, just lock it up. I don't know you have, but take better care of it. You're muted.
Yes, Captain. I will ask Lieutenant Judy Grade Jimmy Marston to install a more secure lock on my personal quarters.
Perfect. I think that should be it, mostly. I know I've given Zebu the order to punch in the Vendela.
Captain, it's not law or anything, but it is tradition that the captain would direct us to pilot out of dock before we engage the warp drive.
That's not actually a bad idea. Let's head back to the bridge.
Yes, Captain.
You think Jimmy's got my chair installed?
No.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I think he's gonna have it done.
Okay, Captain.
Yeah, we'll walk back to the bridge.
Okay.
Is the chair there?
So Jimmy wasn't the one that was installing it. He actually told somebody else to do it. So it's definitely there, yeah.
I delegated the workload.
It went through him.
When Jimmy
is there a
actually
different technician working there?
I think this is a very fast thing. It probably only took him like 5 minutes to install
like
this
one
fucking.
bulb to go
Put
in.
it on both then.
Yeah, you just got to make the power connections and the data connections and the fucking stationary connection there, and then that's it. I mean, this is a pretty fast job for a fucking starship engineer. They're like fucking NASCAR pit crews, you know? I mean, shit.
Quick question: what's the color theme of the bridge?
Well, that's a good question.
That's up to you guys. What would you like it to be?
Walnut and gold.
Oh.
Oh, nice. I like it. A kind of like old pubby kind of look. Like a high class old pub, kind of wood and gold. I like it. Yeah, so the chair's definitely like yellow, like high vis yellow or some shit.
With lime green inserts.
It was just like I got to the part in the menu for the color and I just like did this with the scroll and then tapped one. So it's whatever color that is. It's like random color. I didn't know the captain's taste. I didn't want to ask him.
Everybody else has like Herman Miller chairs. He's got the DX Racer chilling in there. Like,
It does
Oh,
look
savage.
cool.
Savage.
It's the cherry's supposed to have.
That was a savage, subtle burn by Simply, by the way.
Have you sat in one of those though? Oh my god.
But yeah, so it's a random color.
It's a random color, like you said, like a yellow, yeah.
No, that's what the actual color's name is in the fabric swatch in the Pantone color chart. Random yellow.
Random yellow.
Yeah.
It's
It appears you are correct, Captain.
surprisingly for once. All right, take your seat. I'm gonna go up and hop into mine. Wiggle my butt down a little bit, get comfortable.
I really want a Riker maneuver, but it's just not going to work with Neil.
There's got to be a Neil maneuver.
Yeah, I'm going to work on the Neil maneuver.
Okay.
But I do the Neil maneuver. We just don't know what that is yet.
Can we just call it the maneuver?
Oh my god.
I think we have to now.
Yeah.
maneuver.
The maneuver.
Maneuver.
Oh, I know what it is. You know how sometimes when you sit down and then you cross your legs over after you sat down?
Oh, no, I've got it.
What?
Do you know the fucking paper things that you get for a public toilet when you go to like the airport or something that you have to pull out of the dispenser? He's got to put one down on the chair before he sits down.
He's got like a fucking perfectly cut out little piece of paper that he takes out and
to
just
leave a bum sweat print.
Yeah. I open up my Hawaii fanny bag.
Oh, this is Wednesday's fanny bag.
And I get a little brush and I just dust it, and then I put out this just square of kind of tissue paper, and let's just sit down.
Right.
What card is yours, Captain?
Thank you. I hit my badge. Lieutenant Marinson.
Namaste, Captain.
We really needed. Anyway, look. Everything ready to go?
I hope Peachy is legit keeping track of every one of these demerits. They mean nothing, but like
the demerit screen is open. I've actually removed demerits for the chair actually being installed.
Yeah. Listen to this, Captain. I get up off my chair and I walk over to the warp core and I put my chest towards it. Can you hear it?
So there's this awkward outside camera shot of Jimmy walking up to the warp core and doing he's sort of hugging it, so he can rub his communicator on it, like this.
You hear that? You do seem
everybody, all of the other staff that's in there are just kind of stopping what they're doing and staring at Jimmy. This has become a regular occurrence in the engineering section.
Do you feel it, Captain?
From my knowledge, that sounds pretty damn good. I'm sure if there was anything wrong, you'd let me know. Thanks, Jimmy.
No problem.
Perfect. Lieutenant Zebu.
Yes, sir.
Are we all prepared to go through undocking procedure?
Sir, we have been prepared for the last 4 hours.
Perfect. You can begin.
Very well, sir. Would you prefer to take the ship out? As is custom.
Sure, why not?
Very well, sir.
He gives up the chair.
Yep.
You can technically do it from yours, but there's a there's a sort of, the running ritual is that the captain sits down at the helm and pilots the ship out of the dock.
He still may have to roll for it.
He absolutely has
Of
to roll
course,
for
absolutely.
it.
I hope I
course.
fucking crash this thing. That's what's
Let's
gonna
not go
happen.
that far.
Well, I mean, not that I hope that, but I mean, you don't know. Sometimes rolls go a little weird. Okay, so.
Okay. So Captain McQuaid sits down at the position. Zebu probably takes over like a secondary helm position, and says,
Captain, what is the bearing?
Set in bearing for the Venetian system.
Very well, sir. Navigation will change appropriate.
And we switch maps.
Oh.
Oh man, I'm having like stress about last warped and how he kept jumping to different places on the same hexagonal map. Oh no.
So, this is a map that was actually made by Morris. This is a canon-based map, and I have modified it a bit. We've got some, you'll notice there are colored sort of hexagons here that I've overlaid with some various colors, denoting their position in their various alliances and such. So purple is neutral. Orange are True Alliance of Interstellar Non-Mammalian Travelers. Yellow are the Planetary Utilitarians of Kingly Empires. And green are the Alliance of Solar Systems and Planetary Orbital Organizations.
Wait, what was yellow?
Yellow is Planetary Utilitarians of Kingly Empires.
All right.
Sub.
Do you want me to repeat that again?
No, I just don't remember them. It's fine.
You sure? It's Planetary Utilitarians of Kingly Empires.
Oh, I'll read it. It's fine. We have it somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some acronyms thing in the journal.
There it is. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the map sort of changes up on the ship. You can see a rough layout of the bearing to Venetian space, located in the Beehive cluster. It's approximately 165 parsecs away.
Yep, seems like a pretty straight shot though. Yep, okay, that's all punched in, and I'm gonna start going through undocking procedure.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me your either intuition or agility plus piloting.
So agility plus piloting?
Yep.
Okay. Agility plus piloting with the D6. So I also have something called Shipwreck, which is this right here. You gain overall familiarity with naval vessels and starships and get a +1 D6 bonus to checks related to them. Would you include that in this, or would that be something a little bit different?
That is ultra vague. Hold on.
You don't want to crash at all, do you?
I really don't want to crash. This would not be good if I fuck this up. Tear a hole in the side of the ship.
Or the space dock.
Yeah.
What is that exploit from? Is that from your career?
Shipwreck is it's from one of the careers. I just gotta grab my book real quick. Shipwreck is from I think it's the cadet cruise, Navy cadet cruise.
Okay.
And I did get piloting from the cadet cruise.
Okay.
Or a level in piloting.
God, that's so vague. +1 D6 bonus to checks related to them.
Well, it's a check related to the vessel, right?
Yeah.
It's super vague, so I don't know if you.
I don't think it's piloting. I don't.
That's fair. Okay.
I think if in regards to like navigating the ship, you know what I mean, like like knowing where stuff is on the ship,
Yeah.
Like repairs,
not general ship knowledge.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's more
the
applicable.
best way to do it.
Jamie
Cool.
could have done that one.
All right, so that's that. So piloting.
Jimmy sneezes some random place. Does the anime sneeze?
+1. I don't have. Do I have any luck die? I used them all last session.
Then why would you have luck die?
Well, I don't know if I've redeemed them at all at any point.
No.
Okay, cool. Here we go.
You
16.
guys have been fucking about for about 5 to 6 hours on this fucking chip. 16.
The animal's like, why haven't they left yet?
Okay. Yeah. So you start to like recall the last time you like flew one of these things. It's been a while. The ship starts to like lurch forward, like undo the docking clamps. You hear this like, and the sort of subspace engines just start to, or the sublight engines start to power up. Thrusters adjust. You can see like all these vectors kind of like pop up on your display, and the ship starts to move out. You see Zebu sort of like looking over towards you, and then appears to like stifle something for a second, and just like
yes, Lieutenant Zebu.
Excuse me, Captain. You must not forget the procedure. You seem to be forgetting one of the steps where you separate the ship from the space dock for approximately 10 kilometers, and then you may accelerate.
Very well. And I'll set engines to the appropriate setting and just putter 10.
Yeah, like you were just gunning it right out of the fucking. Like...
I wouldn't have just went full throttle right from there, but I probably was moving a little bit too quickly.
Yeah. And yeah, the thrusters kind of like pushed you off. It's one of like those situations where somebody that like backs up way too fast in their car, like you'll go grocery shopping or something, you see somebody like back up out of a parking space, like just the really fast way, like definitely did not check. Like they just and they just take off. You're like, oh, thank God I wasn't parked next to that guy. And it was one of those kinds of things. So everyone on the crew is kind of like looking around like a little bit, maybe just a little worried, and you start to head off on your journey. And Zebu says,
well done, Captain. It is very nice to see you behind the helm again.
Thank you. It's been quite some time.
Bridge, initiate the golf clap protocol.
I sigh, but then I do like an overly dramatic bow, just kind of. I'll slowly hobble back to my chair. And the pedometer, the little thing, that's the bracelet's on my arm too. So
yep,
that's there. Yeah, I'm gonna go hop in the chair and get comfortable.
Okay. The bright yellow, fucking fluorescent yellow chair.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Any artistic or like aesthetically like preferential person that walks onto the bridge is like automatically like it has like just a kind of a sort of dry heave reaction, I think.
The focal point of the bridge.
Yeah, it's like just kind of shake it off as you walk onto the bridge. It happens like every time. There's just a little bit of a dry heave.
Don't worry, we'll get you a decorative pillow to, get it to match a little bit.
Perhaps a shawl, Captain. I have one that's beige. Just like my name.
Okay, so yeah, you guys start to head off. Zebu speaks up and says,
Captain, there is approximately a 165 parsec journey ahead of us. According to our readings, there should be not many troubles along the way, but it will take us some time to reach Vandalia. Once we reach the beehive cluster, it is important to note that it will require some fine piloting to make it through unscathed.
Well, luckily, we have you at the helm, Zebu.
You just see like his antennae kind of like droop a little bit, and he says,
Thank you, sir.
I just nod. Have we reached or past the safe distance from the station? Have we engaged warp?
"Oh yeah, it's basically up to you." He mentions,
Captain, we have reached a suitable distance from the space dock 0001. It is possible for us to enter warp. Would you like me to proceed?
Indeed. Proceed. Warp 10.
Very well, sir. FTL 10 engaged.
and you guys feel that familiar hum as you start to head to warp. And let's see, Zebu's got to make some rolls here.
Captain, I have arranged some of the paperwork in your office to the more important things that you should probably get to first before you get to your backlog. There's only 7.
7 I can probably deal with.
Thank you, Captain.
Have you, made them digital yet?
No.
Fine, I'll deal with these, but just the rest of them, please do them digitally.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, Captain.
Very well.
Okay, so Zebu's taking off.
I'm gonna walk over to the science station.
Also, just an FYI, in terms of time, this is approximately, roughly a 44 to 50 day long trip.
44 to 50 days.
Yep.
Holy shit.
With these guys.
All right.
Yes, Captain.
Have you found any other new information?
Not yet. I have been counting all the cutlery that was ordered or shipped here.
Interesting. Do you typically order a lot of items? Like
For science,
cutlery?
yes.
For science. Off ship?
Well, we have the budget here.
Oh, just using the replicator.
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay. Very well. Never mind then. One thing I'd like you to keep an eye out. Make sure you're doing full sensor sweeps as we are moving along towards the beehive cluster. I know it's going to take quite some time to reach it, but I want to make sure that if anything does pop up, we're aware of it.
Yes, sir.
I know that's something you can take care of.
Always. Also, Captain,
Yes.
could you send Beige to my office?
Sure. Where's your office, anyway?
This.
Ah, yes, very well. I will send him to your station right away.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the seat. I'm gonna plop down. Commander Beige.
Yes, Captain.
RA9 requires your presence
Yes,
at
Captain.
the station.
Is your station on the bridge or is it down in the science bay?
I think he's
all
on the bridge.
So there's definitely a science station on the bridge for sure.
Yeah, I'll go over to the science station. Is it Lieutenant Commander?
If you check your
yes.
demerit handout, you can
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah, I was just pulling it up. I have renamed the demerit manager to demerits in fraction computer kept holistic observation log evaluation system.
In case people are curious about the acronym there, that's dickholes.
Yeah.
Do we lose luck type for say that too? Any acronyms? It's just
Got to say the whole thing.
Yes, Lieutenant Commander.
I was under the assumption that we were going to write an introduction for the captain.
Yes, for he wants us to write a separate one for each of the races, which isn't normal protocol, but is what the captain required.
I don't believe he's very good with speeches.
The captain has a certain set of skills, and we are here to patch any holes in his knowledge.
Hmm.
Did you get that second box of spoons, by the way?
Shh, yes, none.
Right, I'm gonna need you to count every one for the stock check.
Oh, of course. Don't say it in front of the captain.
Okay.
hold
About
on,
the
hold on.
sporks. Can we talk about the sporks?
No,
Right.
you mustn't mention any of the supplies that I have shipped onto the ship.
Right, and this is to do with the scientific protocols, is it?
Yes. It is all to do with science.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about science. Seems to involve a lot of cutlery.
Sporks, knives, even plates, from time to time.
Plates. Plates as well. Science is very confusing.
That's why I'm in charge of it. Would you like to assign yourself a speech to write, or introduction, rather?
Perhaps we should both work on both of them? Which would you like to
Agreeable.
start with? Do you know anything about Venetians, being a scientist?
It seems the Venetian are a trouble to deal with. It seemed to be what some would call annoying.
I've not found that personally.
This is all from data. I have not interacted with them personally.
Oh, was this written down? I will take this into account.
I would suggest the Borean would be easier.
Right, yes. The briefing on Boreans is only 2 paragraphs long.
So how would we start a... Hold on. How do we start the introduction?
It says here that they like straightforward and getting straight to the point. Also, it says no big words unless it's related to mechanical things. I don't know any mechanical things.
Should we start with a simple hello? Good evening.
How about a bit more official to whom it may concern? Do we know the name of the delegation yet?
Digit Strashen.
Right, we should address it to him or her. Them. Address it to them.
All right.
I'll be typing it down on my data pad. Or
Right. We are coming to
Talk.
talk. That's a good word. We are coming to talk to you about a contract.
Good.
Maybe the contract. They probably know which contract they mean. Perhaps if we put the contract and then in brackets the full name of the official contract.
It seems very hostile, I would say.
Right.
Perhaps a bit more personalized.
Right.
People like personality.
I'm not.
The two people that are conversing about that is the best. The best
Right.
contradiction.
personal, friendly.
Yes,
What's really funny is if you read about the Phoenicians, they don't like anything that's like overly emotional. They're very like if you keep adding it in, they're gonna be like
Okay, how about we change the start to "Hello, our Borean friends."
Yes. People also seem to like when you ask about their day and seem caring.
Right, hello, Borean friends. How is your day?
How are you doing? Perhaps.
It would have to be rhetorical, otherwise we'd have to wait for a reply to send the rest of the letter.
Indeed.
Maybe in brackets you could put rhetorical.
The showman.
Written down. We are here to talk about contract. How shall we end it?
Well, yours sincerely doesn't seem correct. What's a personal way to say goodbye?
I love you.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Love.
Oh, my grandmother sent me a card for my birthday and it said love and kisses. How about that?
Perfect. Saved. Document stored.
Good.
Captain. We are done with the message we are supposed to send to the Boreans. Would you like us to send it now?
Lieutenant Commander, please read it back to me before you send it. I'd like to approve it.
Yes, hold on 1 second.
Pony totally did not write it down.
You didn't know? Oh, no.
I think I can remember it.
Thank you.
His face when you asked him to do
Yeah,
that.
I thought you were saying, yeah, send that.
The
Like, yeah, it's gonna
sheer,
be fun.
the sheer panic.
Damn it.
The best thing is he was busy pretending to write it down.
Yeah.
When he could have actually been writing it down.
I was too busy miming.
Yes, damn it. I didn't expect this. I should have.
Contract. Love and kisses.
Oh my god.
A S S E. Look, if you want to read that one out, right, you're gonna have to do that.
Oh, there we go.
Yes,
What?
Captain. Dear my Borean friends, how are you? Bracket, rhetorical. Bracket, we are here to talk to you about the contract. Love and kisses. The Alliance of Solar Space System and Planetary Orbital Organization. Period.
What?
I would like your confirmation to send document.
Oh, that shit made me lightheaded.
Dear my Borean friends, how are you? Rhetorical.
Don't worry, Captain. It's just a rhetorical question.
We are here to talk to you about the contract, love, and kisses. Really?
It is very endearing.
Captain, it does say in the docket of the Boreans they like a more personable touch.
I am speechless.
Captain, according to our data and analysis, this will work perfectly.
No, it won't.
Would you like us to run the simulation, Captain?
Yes, please humor me.
Would you please, Lieutenant Commander, can you run the simulation for speaking to Borean delegates with the letter we sent?
Surely.
Do you want me to roll for what we said to see if it works?
Abso-fucking-lutely. So RA9 is the one that's gonna be doing this. This is your charisma. Your charisma plus your diplomacy. If you have diplomacy, do you have diplomacy? Okay.
Yes, I do. And then I says charisma. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do I still have a modifier? I forget what the modifier was for.
It's a
even.
plus 1d6.
Yeah, so I always
It's it's the insane bullshit aura from
the
captain.
Especially since you love him so much.
Yeah.
One of the high-end academy things.
Running simulation.
So yeah, it surprisingly works like okay. Like you run approximately the computer runs like 3 simulations or something. It's like a standard kind of just like a deviation detector basically to run like at least 3. And you get like decent results. Like favorable results 78%.
78% it says. I am blown away right now.
Data never lies, Captain.
Data never lies, Captain.
I truly feel as if you both lucked on this. You just had no idea what either of you were doing, and it just kind of seemed to work.
I am trained, as is the Lieutenant Commander, in bureaucracy, Captain.
I am well aware, and that's fine. I'm not versed perfectly in it, but I know a little bit.
Would
That
you
just
like the
seems-
bureaucracy handout to be sent to your office, Captain?
No, Commander. I would not.
Okay, Captain.
Maybe drop the love and kisses at the end, if you could.
We'll figure something else out, Captain. Of course.
Yeah, just make it a little bit more professional. Commander, you are well versed in Alliance documentation.
Yeah, yes,
Make it look a
Captain.
little bit more formal.
You would like the love and kisses to be more professional.
No, remove the love and kisses. Make it slightly more in tune with how the Alliance address.
Good thing you
Yeah.
phrased it that way, because Neil just changed the font in his head. It went to Comic Sans.
Oh no, professional love and kisses is sex working. That's where we were going with that.
You know what
How
I
are
mean. I
you?
shouldn't have to explain this. Just do a little bit better. Same thing with the Venetians.
I know.
Run the
gentlemen.
simulations. Make sure it's at least 90 to 95% at the bare minimum. It's a simple.
95%, Captain.
We're all guys. But
Oh yeah,
all we're letting
the
them
captain's
know.
being accurate. Like a 78% on a greeting is fucking horrible. Like
That's
it should be
not-
way better. Like it's a
Yeah.
greeting. How do you fuck up a greeting?
by saying that your question was rhetorical and saying love and kisses at the end. That's how you do that.
If Ruby's in Brig, would she be able to hear this conversation, or because I guess I would be near. Would I be?
That's up to you. If you feel like
Yeah.
you'd be on the bridge for the launch, I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
maybe
I have a full
maybe
team.
maybe it's a a custom to have all the bridge officers on the deck to launch the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Lieutenant Jimmy, forgot whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a Borean on staff under you,
Uh-huh.
Captain? Do you think we could maybe get some personal touch from?
Has Jimmy hidden snacks around the entire ship?
Yeah.
He's constantly eating.
Definitely like just like going like behind the screen.
All
you
the
can-
buttons just have like
You
smudgy
could,
fingerprints.
so yeah, you could see there's like a panel that's just kind of like.
I just reach over and push it off, man. Captain.
Yes.
The engines are sounding a little flat.
They
Are we-
sound
are we
perfectly
not-
fine to me.
Listen. It should be. Look at everyone like.
Everyone,
But it's-
entire bridge is staring at you.
It's can
Look.
we what are we going easy on them or
Well, we are at maximum warp.
are you sure?
Well, one moment. Lieutenant Zebu,
Yes, Captain.
we are indeed traveling at maximum warp, correct?
We are traveling at FTL 10 as requested.
Oh, Captain,
What?
we can turn it up to 11.
Excuse me, Captain. If I may interject.
Of course.
I do not believe that this ship has been rated for FTL 11.
Yeah, but I did a little and a little and it'll be
I am unfamiliar with these words. The translator is not translating properly.
no.
What do these words mean?
They're not words, they're like ideas.
Is this part of your culture? I have not heard of this means of communication before.
When our shifts are over, I'll open your mind.
Is that some form of telepathy?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
don't
11.
I don't think it's necessary. How much quicker would it make us get there? Can you crunch the
Like-
numbers really quickly?
It'll make us get there like one quicker.
What? That actually means nothing. That is nonsense.
Well, there was 10.
What is? Yes, I know the
then
number
we
10 as
go
well.
To 11.
So this is
Mhm.
something that like the science officer or the helm officer could probably calculate for you.
Lieutenant Commander RA9,
You're muted.
Yes, Captain.
would you be able to crunch the numbers and see how quickly we can get to the Beehive cluster if we travel at FTL 11 instead of FTL 10?
Increasing to 11 with the distance we have would increase the speed to.
So this is 7. Basically, it goes from 9.7 hours per parsec to 7 hours per parsec. So you could just do 9.7 on the calculator times 165. That's the time that it would take you to get there in hours to get to the Venetian to get to Venetian space. Versus 7 hours times 165.
Would you want me to calculate? So I calculate right now.
I mean, you are the science officer.
I am. I'm not. Okay. Sorry. What did you say? It would take.
I also gave Bobby the option of asking the pilot versus you because I have that information.
Yeah, of course.
So it's 165 parsecs times either of the 9.7 or the 7 hours, and that's the difference.
All right. 165 times
9.7. That's the FTL 10 speed.
All right. So that would be 1,600
hours.
All right.
And then 7 times 165.
This is why you hate me. You hate me so much.
You
right
played
now.
the science officer, Robot Man.
I did. I'm gonna learn this until next time we do this. Also, the Microsoft. There.
Yeah, blame the calculator. You're like
I
you're like the person that I worked with when I gave her cuts to do on the friggin' cutter machine. She's like, how much is half of an 11 by 17 piece of paper? This is the cutter's fault.
Even chat's doing is quicker than me. Shit. So wait, if I were to, so that was to calculate 1,600, and then to calculate the 11, it was. I am horrible at math. I'm rolling.
This is
like
why
that. I don't know.
I was piloting Android last season, and this is why I was like nowhere near. I don't even want to look at piloting.
The best part is you can actually do these calculations on Roll20 too. But yeah, there's the Angel of Wishes just did the math for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Those are the hours difference.
You're an angel. So
There's approximately a 595 hour difference.
How many days is that?
You absolute bastard.
500. How many? 590.
Divide those numbers by 24.
590. What was it?
it's
595.
about 18 and a half days.
Oh, 18 and a half days, Captain.
Told you.
That does not include stops.
Is it
Which
safe?
does not include stops, Captain.
Ah. Thank you, RA.
You're welcome.
This is the hardest thing the pony's ever had to do in his life. And people tease the American education system. Jesus Christ.
He's currently ordering more spoons to compensate for having to do all the math.
So,
Pony is ordering spoons, not RA9. Pony's like, I need spoons for this.
this. I don't want to.
You put all of his character in there.
Captain, can you? I go like right over to you and you're seeing like whisper in your ear. Can you?
Don't. What do you move back a little bit? Personal space.
It's important.
No, I don't care. Just speak quietly. You don't have to whisper in my ear.
Okay, I move back like a half inch.
No, I move. I move back. Just what?
Okay.
What is it? What is it?
You need to say it, Captain.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You need to tell him to turn it up to 11.
No.
But say it with like some.
I want to make sure that it won't.
It'll be really cool.
Are you sure it won't screw the engines? Can we at least run a few simulations beforehand? Look. I just got command of another ship. I don't want to fucking blow the engines.
I've done this a bunch. It's basically like
that's fine. Just run the sim. Why can't we just run a simulation? It'll take 2 seconds. RA9, can you just run a quick simulation to make sure that the engines can handle his improvements? Marinson, maybe you'll need to tell him the specifics of your improvements to make sure the replication is correct. I'll leave you guys to it. Just let me know in a few minutes. I'm gonna sit back down.
Yeah, I head over to Ari and okay. So what you gotta do is, bring up the engines.
I'm not authorized to bring up the engines.
Oh, like the simulated engines.
Simulate.
Yeah, and then just take them and make them better by about 10%. And
In
then
which area?
the engines.
Does not compute. Needs specifications.
I don't know. Like, did
The engine is built out by
let me look.
right here.
Yeah, and if we take the couplers and just tighten that a little, and then we make sure that the tachyon feed comes like instead of it gives more time for it to, and then I make the adjustments on the simulation, and then simulate.
I'm assuming he rolls now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be Jimmy's engineering plus intuition or logic.
Okay. Is this for my input of the simulation?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine then. Engineering. A 22.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting like a basically an interesting result here. You have I guess like an 89, maybe early 90s. I'd say probably like 91% chance of no engine problems. There is a 9% chance, though. We'll say like an 8% chance for the warp engines to maybe blow out like a few relays or something with like minor repairs required. And then there's like a 1% chance of like catastrophic warp engine failure.
Muted.
I just popped the exploit in chat for you and the wonderful folks at home to see. My engine tuner exploit.
Yep.
It's juicy.
Simulation complete, Captain.
I'm looking over the simulation. You said it's what, 91% chance of success, and 1% chance of catastrophic failure.
Yeah, 8% chance of minor issues, minor problems.
So what this is telling me, if I'm correct, is that 1 out of every 100 times we do this, we're going to have a catastrophic failure. Probably a warp breach.
I mean, I don't think so.
I mean, what's
And I
1%
do trust
really? No, really. Like, what is 1%? I never understood percentages.
How about this? It definitely seems doable.
Yeah.
I give you that. And
I mean, it's done. You just need to.
I feel as if we should save that for when we might need it. I'd almost rather keep that up our sleeves.
Okay.
You never know.
Like
who
our
could
secret
potentially
move.
Well, as far as everybody knows, this ship travels at FTL 10.
Whoa. Is this
If we can
top
make it go,
secret?
well, I'll get right close.
I'm moving.
Yes.
Do I get like a badge?
You can be assistant to the regional captain.
Oh, sick.
Can I
Justin
infiltrate
is-
myself into this conversation?
Yeah,
just
you
lean
want,
in.
you want
Excuse
to
me.
aggressively mingle?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Neil's like taking notes.
Give me an agility plus mingling.
Mingling?
Yep. He's got a mingling skill.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He created a social skill.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
17. Yeah, the two of you can give me like a perception check.
Okay.
A 10.
A 10.
Yes, suddenly Neil is there.
And I have I have paperwork to give Jimmy a new position, a new top secret position, and a pen.
Wait, no. And I'll put my arm. I'm gonna put my arm around both of you, and bring you in.
Whoa. Wait,
Neil.
is it
Bringing you in for a huddle.
Yeah,
Captain?
Neil,
Is it
Jimmy.
is it super secret? Is it
Sure.
off? Are we black
This is
ops?
off. Yes, Neil. This is off the books.
Oh shit.
This is
Captain,
between
nothing
us
is
three.
off the books.
This is off the books. Can I? I'm gonna grab the paper and I'm gonna
Dude, he grabbed the paper.
put it in my pocket.
Are you going to sign that later, Captain?
We'll see.
No, it's off the book. Dude, we're black ops. Captain, do I get more?
Technically,
replicator
even Black
credits?
Ops have their own books. They're just highly top secret.
Well, we're even topper secret.
I do have a spare filing cabinet for any top secret.
Yeah.
But do we get
Put
do we
this
get
in
more
the-
replicator credits?
No. This is an unpaid position.
Why do you need more replicator credits, Jimmy?
Snacks.
How many snacks do you eat?
A lot.
Do you know what recycling is, Jimmy?
Yes.
This has been great. I'm gonna stand back up.
I like move back and like look around conspiratorially.
Just gonna stretch a little bit.
Jimmy, technically you can, until he has signed the docket, you can technically still talk about this Black Ops. Technically.
Okay.
Fight Club, Jimmy.
What is Fight Club?
Fight Club.
Say no more, Captain. I
what
turn
is
around and
Fight
start
Club?
beating the shit out of Neil. No, I don't.
I just want to destroy something beautiful, man.
Say no more. We'll bring down the man.
Are we going to be fighting?
No, we won't be fighting. Look,
I am trained in aggressive yo-yoing, but
you will have to give everybody on board a demonstration of this skill at some point in the
I'm
future.
not really a combatant, Captain.
That's fine. You don't have to combat anybody, but just a demonstration of your maneuvers would be fantastic. Maybe I'm one of our...
That would be cool.
I think you mean maneuver, Captain.
Oh, can you do it at taco night?
There's a taco night.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
There's a taco night.
Jimmy, give me a logic check. Yeah, logic plus. Oh man. Logic plus perception.
Okay.
Six on a 46.
God damn.
Never mind.
Yeah, taco night. It's on Tuesdays.
I've heard that Taco Tuesdays before. I've heard that.
Yeah, I came up with that.
You did that?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I've not had a taco.
Oh, Captain.
Yes.
I don't like too much flavor in my food.
Tacos. The taco guy. Did he drop off? Permission to be dismissed, Captain?
Granted.
I like run off to like I'm running towards the teleporter bay, but I have no fucking clue what that is. I just start running through the ship looking for taco guy.
Do you have a weird run
Taco
too?
guy? Where are you, dude?
So you guys hear like the lift, like off to the side of the bridge, like activate. 2 seconds later, Jimmy comes running back onto the bridge.
Taco, you're here already, Captain. Where's Taco guy?
Did you just run off the bridge, get lost, and just run straight back onto the bridge?
The best part is he got on the lift and somehow made it back to the bridge.
Lieutenant or Junior Lieutenant Tootie.
Yes, sir, Captain.
I think now is a good time for that medical evaluation.
Well, I sent the listing of procedures that I need to do in order to have that medical evaluation done over to Commander Beige's.
Oh, well, let's expedite that. Commander Beige.
If he just wants to sign off on it, I can get that medical exam started.
I
Yeah,
can
perfectly.
sign off that.
Yeah, sign off on that, and we'll
I've
get
got
that underway
something
right away.
for a
No,
license. I've got something about.
Just forward it to the captain if you want to.
Yes, please.
Because of
Commander.
HIPAA violations, I can't let the testing results or notice of what tests he's having previous to him signing off on having these tests done. So.
Yes, this is confidential information.
Okay,
Wait,
so
I gotta
I'll
do
send
tests?
that, and I'll send the application for a license to use a Segway off to the captain.
Yeah, if this needs to be signed right now, I'm gonna like quickly grab it. Do I notice the other's page is a segue request, or do I just quickly go through it? Like, would I perceive that?
Give me
Perception
a
check,
straight up
maybe?
perception check. Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
You didn't have that.
14.
Yeah, but perception's based on your intuition. He just doesn't have the perception skill. If you have the perception skill, it boosts your perception.
Okay.
Yeah. So the wonderful sheets that Etoile made up are basically calculate if you have that perception skill plus your intuition, and it will automatically figure out the correct info for you for that roll. So 14. How hidden is it, Neil?
I didn't hide it. I just sent them both because
you
you sent
noticed
me
it.
the thing for the test, but I also remembered earlier that she was on about the test.
Yeah,
with
you
the
notice
segue.
it then, Captain McQuaid.
Segue, hey. I'll sign off on this if you can get your licensing and everything's fine with Ruby.
Can I have one so I can find?
We've
Taco
already
Guy?
just if you pass the evaluations, sure, you are a senior officer.
I am actually the dedicated instructor for the Segway course.
Well, even still, I'd like you.
We can
just
fast track that if you would like, Captain.
Well, here, I'll sign it. Not the Segway yet. Go through
Perhaps-
I feel like we
Perhaps the
get
entire
like
bridge crew.
we get like a brief like instructional video of Neil like on a Segway. You know, like
I
wi-
am new.
Hello.
He's got full-
Welcome.
he's
to
got
the
full
instruct-
padding on, like full padding.
knee
It looks-
pads,
yeah,
elbow pads.
Knee pad, like a nose pad,
Got, like,
wrist
the back-
chin
guards.
guard. He's got the full like hockey face mask on.
Oh my god.
Hello.
And he just, like,
welcome to
wheels-
lesson 1
I love
of
it.
the Segway instructional test.
You like
This-
lean forward at only 11.5% angle.
This is a Segway.
You get this like really horrible like pan shot that's like somebody that hasn't loosened the tripod enough, so it's
They
like
accidentally zoom in instead of shoot first as well.
I actually come towards the camera and move it towards.
This is a Segway.
This was all Neil's initiative to do this. This is 100% not required at all.
It's just helpful for people who want to learn how to drive a Segway.
Now,
Good.
you want to drive a Segway, and I, Neil Beige, can help you do that. First, what you do is mount the Segway. No, get on the Segway. You said you'd help. I'm giving you 20 credits. Get on the Segway.
You said
RA9.
me on the.
RA9, get on the Segway. I'll get you more spoons. Thank you. As you can see, my lovely associate, Lieutenant Commander RA9, is in the stopped position. Lieutenant Commander, can you please angle yourself forward by 4 to 5 degrees?
And RA9 is not wearing any of the equipment. Neil is wearing full equipment. He's not even on the Segway. Oh God, I want to see this video so bad.
Helmet.
It's too bad. It's too bad the two of you like don't live closer. This would be like the funniest YouTube video ever.
Pony, if I come to Sweden, will you take me to IKEA? We'll do it.
We'll do the on. Yeah, take a Segway to IKEA. Sure.
First, make sure your surroundings are completely free of any debris.
The camera you run up to the camera again, like angle it down towards the ground, sweep it across the ground so you see there's like a little pebble. You run over, grab the pebble, and like throw it.
Pebbles can be very dangerous.
Ziploc bag.
I wonder there be these like black and white scenes where accidents happen that are just super ridiculous. Like, drive over the pebble, like.
Yeah, it's like that stock footage style of.
Yeah.
Oh, I just imagine like horrible acting from RA9, like when this is going on. You like hit the
We're
pebble.
gonna do the accident bit. RA9, ready?
Yeah, like the
I'll do a
editing's all
close-up of
bad.
Your face.
And this is all in the video. I haven't edited it out.
Oh no,
Right.
a pebble.
Oh
That was
no,
a close one.
he was nearly dead.
The next, it's like the camera like pans back. RA9 is on the ground, like doing the thing where like a turtle can't like flip onto its front. You know, like it just. Oh my God.
Look at the commander. He did not pay attention to the debris around him while he was using the Segway, and now he is blind.
Oh no. If only we would have checked our surroundings.
If only you had checked your surroundings. This was part 1 of a 94-part test on how you and your Segway will act for the betterment of the crew.
I love it.
They both give the thumbs up. Oh God.
You just watched that, Jimmy. How do you feel?
Whoa. I look at RA9. Dude, you almost died.
Yes, it was a close one.
I'm glad you didn't, man.
Everything for safety.
Oh,
Matters.
have you seen the taco guy?
Negative. Put down your phone.
Wait, that was my tablet. Oh, it's the taco guy. It says, I'm on ship. Where are you?
It definitely does not say that. It does not.
Yeah, it's not. It's just my regular.
I think this was Jimmy that made the noise. Like, and it was really obvious too. Like, it was a bad impression.
Like, and improved it. Oh no, it was my data pad. It's the taco guy, and he wants to give us tacos.
Slow turn to the captain.
He's on board?
Yeah.
What? Why? He's not supposed to be on this.
Well, I didn't get time to go pick up the tacos, Captain.
So he's still on board? We've already we're traveling at FTL 10 away from our system right now. What are we going to do with him?
He can be the ship's taco guy.
We don't need a taco guy.
Yeah,
replicators.
everyone needs It's not the same, though.
We have no fresh produce. Everything is replicated.
Captain, it is within your power to assign jobs to any new crew members.
Depending on the situation.
Although Taco Guy is not...
That's not an official designation,
It's
no.
not
Do we have a
official
form?
designation.
Can we make one?
I'll get out my
Neil,
drafting documents.
see if you can
I used to be a notary. Fun
do up
times.
some sort of contract.
It's done.
Commander
It was a
Beige.
bright time in my life, and the thing is, it's a very horrible story as to how I lost my position as a notary.
Captain, don't stress out. And I
There's
like
like
reach over.
there's like another flashback of like Neil's past, except this time he's like in a fucking war. You know, it's like he's got like
exploding.
there's like stamp ink like coming down the side of his face, and you see him like dive into a trench.
I've got to stamp your form.
I'll stamp you right up, you fucks! Ah!
Theaters near you, Neil. Not even a war can stop him.
I'm gonna read through this contract. What's the gist of it? Like position, salary.
It's just the position is like it for you to fill in, and then the name of the said taco guy, and then AKA taco guy, and then for you to assign
I'm gonna
him.
scribble out anything that says taco guy there because it's probably where the name is supposed to go.
I pushed the
No. There's a space for the name to go, and then there's like
okay.
AKA taco guy.
Oh.
I pushed the massage button on your chair console next to you, like, "Boop. It's okay, Captain.
I turn it off.
Are you sure you want to do that? And I like reach over towards it again. Boop. It's relaxing.
I turn it off quicker. I'm gonna put in a key code to lock the console.
It was 226. I wasn't looking. Can you do it again?
You have an incredible talent. and that is to make me forget about whatever it was I was focusing on prior to whatever it is you do.
Well, we were talking about tacos.
We were talking about the form to.
Here, pass me the form.
Oh, the form to make the taco.
I'm gonna write in janitor for job role. Here, make him sign this.
Okay, I'll go find him.
Do you sign it as well to make it all legal?
Yeah, I sign it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll like grab it. I won't let you down, Captain. And I like run out. I probably like run into your ready room. Your quarters like next to the bed. I'm trying to open it. Captain, the door won't work. Boop.
That's the wrong way, Junior Lieutenant.
Oh. Is that okay that I use the bathroom in there?
No, that's my
earlier?
bathroom.
Oh,
You
sorry.
cannot go in there.
Well, you might want to leave it a little longer.
You didn't.
Like run towards one of the other doors, like run out. Taco guy, like running with my paper.
Okay, and I think that's a good place for us to end the session today. I think that's a good place to end the session today. Jesus Christ, I don't even know.
At least we're in space now.
The best part is like the stuff that's gonna like take a long time is all this stuff, and then we're gonna breeze through the stuff that should be taking like way longer. Like that's just gonna be a bunch of series of like quick rolls, you know, like like we seriously just had like a 20-minute conversation about Neil's safety series about Segway.
I know. Yeah.
Oh God, we definitely need some fan fiction though of the Neil Beige safety series. We need to come up, chat. You guys need to come up with some more awesome fanfic videos of these. Like, what other stuff does Neil have safety series videos of? That he's lampooned several of the several different crew members into starring in. We need some like fake ones to on the Discord. Do we have a Discord command on this bot? There we go. Yeah, you can head on over to the Table Story Discord and give us some of your fanfic stuff in there. But yeah, thank you so much as always for being awesome, chat. Thank you for the subs and the love today. Let's go around the room. Let's do some shout outs. Simply, why don't you start us off?
My name is Simply Jackson or Simply Jackson. Variety broadcaster on Twitch. Kind of in the medium of a break in the middle of moving apartments, which is exciting. That's why it's chaos back here. I play Ruby Tootie, our junior lieutenant. Is that right?
Lieutenant junior grade.
Yeah, lieutenant junior grade medical officer. She is eager to put Jimmy up to some tests. And that's Petal. That's my cat. That's not his data pad for
It's
now.
always going to be the phone now.
It's always going to be. But yeah, thanks. Thanks for hanging out and watching. It's a good time. We missed it last week, so I was kind of excited to come back this week.
Yeah, thank you very much. Zagonicus?
Hey everyone, I'm Zgodicus. Hello and thank you for coming to the live stream today or watching on YouTube or podcast, however you absorb the content. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more, make sure you follow or subscribe or whatever you are. If you want to hang out with me more, I'm Zgodicus everywhere. I do stream. It's more about the hanging out, less about the games, but there's games occasionally. Sometimes we just spend 4 hours talking about movies that I liked and didn't like. So, yeah, it's a variety of things, but it's mostly about me. So come and make me feel important. And I'll see you all tomorrow for 7th Eon right here on twitch.tv/table story. If it's on, I can't remember. It should be a thing.
Should be, unless we have any more issues.
Yeah. And then also Monday, the nameless ones. So I'm here Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Thank you very much. Peachy?
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to work on a HR instructional video called 50 Shades of Beige for next episode. I stream every single day apart from Tuesdays on twitch.tv/PeachyPixelate, and I'm fucking amazing. Come and watch me.
Please. Please.
Please come watch my.
Please.
I bought new internet. Watch me.
I've got new internet and a Patreon where I have music. It's wonderful. There's lots of music, like music we made for the series Warped.
Welcome to a 464-part instructional video on how to be a streamer and what not to do. Twitch.tv/PGPixel8.
Pony.
Yes. Hello. Hi. My name is Pony Punch. I play RA9, the science officer who doesn't, I don't know shit about math, as you can tell. But I stream every day except this day and Mondays. And I'm going to be diving into Prey, the new DLC tomorrow. Excited. Thank you for today. This was really fun. This was hilarious, actually. And I want to do like a spin-off of instruction video with pics. I want to do that off stream and just do a fucking.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, and last but not least, Bobby.
What's up, guys? I'm Archie Bobby Flail here on Twitch. I played Captain Braxton McQuaid today. This is a fun episode. We didn't get super far. We're probably only like.
You've accomplished like
we did
1%. 1%.
We did at least leave. So we are actually on the way now. So that's a thing. So hopefully next week we'll possibly encounter some anomalies. If not, we're gonna have some downtime. But it's gonna be fun. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to hang out with me, I'm gonna be streaming soon in the next like 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna be playing some Warframe for a few hours. So if you want to do that, come hang out with me. And thank you guys all so much for hanging out. Follow everybody here, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm Wax Steven. I am the GM of Doom. I have dragged these guys kicking and screaming through the adventure today. As always, chat, thank you for participating, being wonderful, and we appreciate you so much. You really help the experience so much and bring so much to the table. And thank you for all the sub love. Thank you so much. We had a bunch of subs today. Thank you so much. And thank you for anybody that's helping on the Patreon. We're going to have some Patreon stuff that gets posted with some polls and voting and things coming up shortly. We also have the podcast that's going to be released. But speaking of podcasts, you should check out the podcast that Morris has got set up, which is just at morris.podbean.com. And the podcast is like a sort of a GM kind of podcast. Morris is the creator of the What's Old is New RPG system and sponsor of this show. And we love Morris. He's a wonderful human and a really smart guy. And you should check out what he has to say about various GMing topics and such. He's also got himself a Patreon. It's just patreon.com/Morris, MORRUS. Give that a check out. Otherwise, like Zagatica said, tomorrow we've got 7th Eon at 2 p.m. Eastern. We've got the Nameless Ones at 4 p.m. Eastern on Monday on this channel. Thank you for all the wonderful support we've been getting lately. It really means a lot. Identity Crisis was our superhero masks RPG that we started last night with character building and world building, and it went really, really well. So thank you for being there. I will be uploading the YouTube of that like immediately after this show. Getting that up along with the Warped episode here up on YouTube. And as always, thank you so much, Chad. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Pony. Thank you, Simply. Thank you, Zagonicus. Thank you, Peachy, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And that's it, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Peace out. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.